Your face! Your face!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of season 2 of Off the Block, I guess. Yeah, we're in our second off season, so let's call this season 2. Welcome to the first episode of Off the Block. We have a really exciting night tonight where we're going to draft a second chance season and see it all play out. It's going to be very fun and very fake. But I'm not here alone, as always. I am joined by my two friends, co-hosts, and human beings otherwise, Mitchell Stokes and Gray Price. How are you guys tonight?
I don't know. Can you hear me, first of all?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, it's working again. I don't know about y'all, but I'm taking this very seriously. Everything that I say, I want everyone to keep this as keep it on the record, okay? For this is how these people actually act and how they actually behave. Okay, I just want you all to know that right now.
I want people to lose sleep over what is said tonight.
Exactly, and I'm honestly really looking forward to having some couples therapy with Gray after he had to idle me out of our mini the other night and to make some other people mad at me instead of Gray. So,
listen, I also need a couple therapy with Josh after our mini the other night. So.
Yeah,
we might.
Love triangle.
Facebook users, it's a great opportunity. So this is not a real season. Do you know what else is not real? You, because you have not gone to StreamYard.com/Facebook to let your comments be shown on air. Maybe you've done it in the past, but things have changed, so you have to do it again. It'll take you 2 seconds, and we can know who you are. Some announcements before we get started. I have a lot of things to cover tonight in terms of announcements, and I'm going to post all these things because I'm sure some of these announcements won't necessarily apply to the people who are watching here in the moment, but we're going to announce them anyway. there's this thing we do called Big Brother Hometowns. And you know that because you're here. And we are gearing up for our 12th season. Season 12 is coming up, and we have some big dates for you to know for that season. One, the applications for season 12 are going to open up on Black Friday. So this Friday, we're going to open up applications for season 12. We are looking for new players. So if you've played before, hold off. For now, you'll have your chances in the future. Maybe your second chances. You never know. But yeah, so season 12 is coming up. So if you've never played and you're like, this is finally my time, this Friday, we'll open up applications, start the interviewing process, because season 12 will begin. So you have plenty of time. So it will begin. Make sure I have the date exactly right. Day 0 of season 12 is going to be Wednesday, January the 6th of 2021. And that would put our finale at Sunday, January 31st at 9 p.m. typically. So if you want to play, if you want to get in this game, we would love to have you. We would love to see you get evicted. And
I'll be sending out some personal DMs to those of you who I have heard the whispers. If you wanting to play, you'll be getting an invitation from me.
Oh yeah, there's some people that I'm gonna be tapping on their shoulder, so to speak, and say, "Hey, it's time." But there's also people that are gonna come out of the woodwork that I'm excited to see a new batch of players for season 12. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a really great season that we're gonna plan for you guys, and it's gonna be really awesome and really great. And I'm excited about it. So applications this Friday. Get those in. Don't make us come to you. You come to us.
You know what I just thought of?
Tell me.
Next time we do an All-Star season, we need to do the live reveal like this, where we just don't tell anybody who's playing and just let them find out by watching this live stream, because everyone thinks that this is a real season anyway. Yeah. And so I think we just need to do it like this.
That's not a terrible idea. In fact, that's a really fun idea. And maybe we will. And maybe there is a greater than 0% chance that our next All-Star season might be a second chance season. So, hey, it could happen. So this season that is fake tonight could be real in the future.
We're predicting the future. That's all. I mean, if you don't think that this game is going to heavily impact and destroy some of these people's second chance game in the future, you are mistaken.
Before we get into all that, one more announcement, and this one is a lot of fun. We've kind of teased this a little bit. I've teased it a little bit. But I guess this is official launch. It's been available. And a lot of you may have known about it, but the unofficial launch of, let me get it up. Where are you? Chrome tab. That's what we're looking for. Of the Teespring store, the merch store for Big Brother Hometowns. Today, I added this fun little hoodie that's dark gray, and I purchased one. So I'm gonna have a dark gray hoodie in a little bit. It's really exciting. So there's all kinds of things here: some shirts, a crew neck, stickers, face masks. I meant to pull the picture up, but Alex bought a couple face masks, and he says they're really comfortable. He said the most comfortable ones he's ever worn. You can get a gator; those are just buffs. All kinds of fun stuff here. But I want to incentivize you to spend your money and give us your money. Oh, look who's here. Macy, you are here. We're glad you're here.
I'm actually very glad Macy is here.
Anyway.
Ethan's wife may pop up later.
I want to incentivize you a little bit to purchase some stuff. So if you were paying attention, Dan, there actually are. You can get BBH leggings. I talked about that with Jenny this afternoon. That is an option that I could create if you really want it. Don't tempt me.
Okay, but does it just say BBH across the
on the booty? On the booty.
Oh my gosh! I'm going to copy the link right here. And then I'm going to put it in this chat, and Mitchell or Gray is going to put it in the chat so that you guys can have the link to it while I talk about a little bit of an incentive, a little bit of a fun thing we're going to do. If you purchase anything on the Teespring store, and I'm going to make this in a post so everyone sees it, for every $4 you spend, and the reason it's $4 is because this sticker here is $4. So that's like the minimum purchase you can make. But for every $4 you spend, we'll do this. I don't know. We'll cap it at, I don't know, 2 weeks, next 2 weeks. Every $4 you spend, you'll have to send me a screenshot of your receipt. Your name will get put in a drawing one time per $4. So if you spent $16, you get your name in the hat 4 times. That's some good math. I am good at math, contrary to popular belief.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah. Prove it.
So the more you spend, the more times your name could be drawn in the hat, or the more times your name is in the hat. And we at the end, if we make enough money to justify it, that's important too. We will give away a free BBH long sleeve tee. We'll do a drawing for one of those. So go out, buy some BBH merch, and get your name in that drawing for a free long sleeve T-shirt. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So shop, and and buy a sticker or two. They're cheap, or the stuff here is not super duper expensive.
And it's custom, and it supports Josh and what he's doing and what he's trying to do, and we've all benefited from his hours and hours of content and work. So you should definitely support him.
Yes, that would be great. I'd appreciate if you did that. Go check out the store, buy some stuff, and send me your receipts. Just DM me. We're pretty much all friends at this point. And your name will be put in the hat, and maybe you'll win a free long sleeve tee. Cool. All right. Now to the main event of the night.
So excited.
I know this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Excited.
So here's how this is gonna work. We are going to draft a cast of 16 players. We could not do more than 16 because of Brant Steele only being you're only able to simulate actual seasons of Big Brother, which have only been a maximum of 16 people. So we can only draft 16 total people. I would have loved to have gone 20. It's probably what I would have done if it would. Anyway, so there are some people that are going to be snubbed tonight, and we're sorry about it.
And
we still love you and encourage you to play.
And this does not mean that if there is a second chance season, that
right,
you won't be picked.
Yes, this has no bearing on any of these things whatsoever. And so then afterwards, after we draft the teams, which we'll do kind of quickly because the next part's going to take a little longer, we will go to a wonderful website called Brant Steele, and we will simulate the season, which means we're going to make up reasons that you guys fight with each other. We're going to see who the alliances are, see who works with each other, all the way to see who wins. And you know what? I've just decided something. Whoever wins this season gets their name one time in that little drawing.
Oh, yay!
Wow.
Ooh, so
the incentive is
for the moment decision.
The incentive is jumping out.
It's jumping out. So
you love when the producer makes a decision on his own.
Yeah.
Without discussing it with the executive producers.
Can we have Adam's in the chat? Perfect. Adam, you have a job. Can you tag as we reveal people?
Yes.
Will you tag them so that they know that they are being talked about?
Yes.
Please
I was
and
gonna say that. I was gonna say at the end, maybe just bunch tag them all. You could do that too. But yeah, tag them so that they know that they are in the game, so they can watch, so they can see if they fail or not. Will we accept bribes? I don't know. You can try. So it's always worth a try. We predetermined a couple things. We predetermined the order of the draft. The order, we spun a wheel earlier. It's Mitchell, Gray, then me, and we'll snake draft it. We're each going to get 5 people, and then the 3 of us have collaborated on one pick that we're going to tell you up at top who that one pick is.
The people's champion.
The people's champion. Which is really great because I'm glad you said that, because the person that it is going to know that reference even more so than, just being just the people's champion in general. So the first person that has been casted for BBH Second Chances and will be in the season, has a shot at having their name in that drawing is, drumroll please, Mitchell, why don't you tell the friends?
Edward Morris.
Edward Morris is our first person getting his second chance. If you play, actually, technically, if you play in this is your second chance. So you're not eligible for second chances.
No, don't say that.
I'm kidding. So Ed is the first one. Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much do we want to stop down and talk about each person? Because, like, I mean, I feel like we don't want to go on too long, but I think like we picked people who, I'll just say for myself, I was picking people that I thought A, would want to play again, B, obviously haven't had a chance, but B, that had a significant impact on their season, whether it was like entertainment value, strategic value, um, like the ability to win a second chance season.
Mhm.
Like, what is their threat level going in? You know, how to manage. So
Has a second chance story to
Yeah.
tell.
yeah, so like, what is like how much of that do we want to jump into?
I mean,
like with each person.
I would say like maybe like it since we want to spend more of the time doing the simulation, if just the person who drafted them wants to give like a brief blurb over why they were drafted, and then we just like, and we don't all three have to talk about everybody. I don't
Right.
think, you know what I mean?
That's
Brief
good.
little, just general ideas about them.
Yeah.
Um,
Just like a quick 15 to 30-second blurb, maybe.
One reason
Yeah.
I think Ed deserves a second chance is because I've seen him perform so well outside of BBH now, and I'd love to see him get back in BBH with the experience he's had playing some other games.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my thought
Yeah.
process.
He's super social. He's a really good social player, and I mean, we saw that throughout the relationships that he had. Social, yeah. Through the
I have a confession. I've never actually seen that clip because I missed that moment during the Survivor sequester mini. I've never actually seen the clip. I need to go back and actually see.
Oh, it's iconic. The social.
Yeah. All right. Well,
like, yeah, just like with like we saw that in 9, like with how like the bonds that he built and the relationships that he's capable of building. I mean, I would love to see him do that again with people who already have played and kind of know the speed of BBH and maybe like how he has to change some social into maybe some more strategic.
Yeah,
would be something I'd be very interested in.
All right, Mitchell, that gives you the first pick.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, make the pick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Where's my list? Oh, okay. This is okay. So I have a list of 12 to 15 people that I want to pick, and I only get to pick 5. So this is really tough. But I'm going to be picking with my heart mostly. And my heart is telling me to go all the way back to season 1 and to pick my girl Ashton Consalvo from season 1. She is the confessional queen. She is the queen of popping off and telling people that they are dumb. And I need that entertainment value back in my life with her. And I just picked her sister.
Great pick.
And I need her like strategic ability that she was showing to come back and slay everyone for a second chance.
Confessionals.
Yeah, that's like queen of popping off.
Quick thing, do I sound like I'm in a wind tunnel all of a sudden?
No.
Great. I just turned a fan on behind me because it's getting warm in here. So, all right, Gray, you got the next pick.
All right. So with my first pick, I picked one of my best friends in real life, but also someone who just did extraordinary on the only season of BBH that she played, season 7. I believe finished 6th place, Jayla Jones.
Yes.
Jayla is someone who just in her everyday ordinary life is a very, very social person and makes like true connections with people. And so she's the kind of person and the kind of personality that in a game like this, you're going to be immediately drawn to her and you're going to want to play with her. And so I think after her first season, if she were to ever come back, she's seen the strategy behind like how Big Brother works. And so I think that she can take the social aspect and apply that strategy to it and have a really, really good second chance narrative based on like tweaking the game just a little bit to fit what she needs to get to the very end.
Mm-hmm. Great pick.
Yep.
For my first All-Stars.
Yeah, I wish you had been All-Stars too. She was supposed to be. For my first pick, and I want this to be known that this is my first pick, number 1, first pick. And I hope you're out there watching.
Don't let him bully you.
I know I'm bullying him. My first pick goes to William Stephen Moreland. First pick is Stephen. He got it. You got it.
Not William. Not William.
Not William Stephen Moreland. Not even. Well, I was about to make an inside joke, but I'll save it. Stephen should have played in All Stars. Decided not to.
Period.
And decided not to, and that's okay. Great player, super fun in confessionals.
Yeah.
Great mind for the game.
Great read.
That's like the trademark like intro video that like started off the whole like intro video pattern of just excellence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So with my second pick, because I get back to back, my second pick is going to go to Mark predicted it. I am taking you can call me a Stan Alt all you want, but I'm taking Dan Alt as my second pick.
Dan Alt's rise.
Dan Alt, cool dad. You cannot deny. Yes, I mean Dan played a great game. We were on here a number of times saying he very well should have won in a number of ways. Kind of blew it at the end, but you know what are you gonna do? It happens. So Dan, your second chance starts now. Tell your wife that it's happening right now.
He is our Janelle. He is our comp king.
Back to you, Gray.
Okay, with my second pick, I picked Anthony. How do you say Anthony's last name? Io?
I don't know.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Is it Ayo?
I think it's
Ayo. However you pronounce your last name, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony, if you're in the chat, let us know.
So I picked Anthony. I loved watching Anthony play in 11. I think this was like the first time that he played a game like this. And we've discussed it before on air. But Anthony was potentially one, like if his HOH had gone a little bit differently, then he could have potentially won the whole game. And so he was basically one HOH away from potentially locking it up, definitely getting further than what he ended up getting. And so I think that his second chance narrative is like the perfect narrative that we would be looking for from a storytelling perspective, where like you come back and like analyze that game, look at what you can change and apply it going forward. I think it would be perfect. I love Anthony. I love watching him play, and he'd just be a lot of fun especially him and Dan together.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I hope that happens here in the simulation.
Yeah, I hope they team up, the Dads Alliance.
Okay. Am I up? I get 2 picks, right?
This is my sister. Ashton, go to streamyard.com/Facebook.
Yes, Queen, you're here.
He has no idea what's
Stay
going
tuned.
Ashton,
Stay tuned.
Mitchell picked you with the number 1 overall pick to compete in our fake Big Brother season, rather. That is going to happen momentarily.
I believe in you.
So get ready. You're competing in your Big Brother hometown second chance.
It's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. This is easy. No season is complete without a little villainy thrown in. And I know everybody is itching to watch this person come back for a second chance. I'm picking the infamous Carl Landon Clark.
So I have been thinking about this night for a long time. And if I had gotten the number 1 pick prior to Friday night, if I had gotten the number 1 pick, I was going to stun the universe and take Carl.
Not Joshua being bitter.
And it's not Carl's fault. It's not Carl's fault. But for some reason, I feel like it is.
It's the jury that you burned. It's their fault.
Oh my gosh. Gray, hush.
Burned. Great. How many times I write your name down?
Can we talk about how great
How many times I write your name down? Check that voting chart.
How many times did I write your name down?
Oh my God.
I think none. Even at the end.
Okay. Yeah. My children, calm down, children.
I love you, Josh.
I'm gonna talk really quickly about why Carl is so great. He is not afraid to cut a bitch. He is not afraid to confront someone, and he is not afraid to call a house meeting on the first day of the game. and he is great TV. And would love to watch him play again. And I've seen him do great in other games too. So I think the fact that all that in season 9 had for Carl in just that short period of time he was in, it was just so great. And he was one spot away from jury. So anywho.
I will also say that when Carl does come back, a twist that I think we need to throw in is that at the beginning of the game, Kieran is in the game and everyone thinks that she's a player.
A fake housewife,
And Carl and Kieran face off again, and then Kieran actually isn't a player. She's just there to cause drama for the first round.
I don't think Carl's in the chat at the moment, so hopefully Carl will be joining us at some point throughout the evening.
Tag him. Okay, I get a second pick, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, so I am really struggling with this because there's 2 people that I really, really want on my team. One person that I do not think will be back in the pool if I let them go now, and one person that I am hoping will still be here.
Carl's here. Hey, Carl.
I just picked you. You're welcome. So I'm gonna hold on this one person and hope that they come back to me. I am going to pick Adam. I'm picking Adam.
Adam Parnell.
Tag yourself.
Tag yourself, please. Please tag
Adam.
yourself.
You have been selected to play in the BBH brand steal.
Adam was robbed. He was robbed. Everyone knows it. Everyone in his season knows it. And so the boy deserves a second chance. Not only that, this is a quick little mini announcement within the announcement, within the night of announcements and fun. Adam, he did it. Adam will be joining the production team for BBH 12. Very excited about having super fan Adam come join the ranks here. So that'll be a lot of fun. Who's up next? Should be Gray again, right?
Yes. So with my third pick, I am picking just a delight of a human being. I always enjoy every single interaction I have with this person. I think they played in BBH 9, and I think that they were voted out right when the jury started because of their threat level, which I think was very smart for everyone to vote them out, because this person plays one of the most incredible social games ever. And that is Dina, Queen Dina.
Queen Dina.
Dog Dina.
Yeah.
So I just absolutely love Dina. She is the queen of sequester. She is the queen of social strategy. Just love her so much. And I just don't think that a second chance season would be complete without her, because I think that she brings just a force to the game, and people are going to want to work with her.
RAGAB, Adam.
Yeah,
I think
RAGAB. And so, yeah, I would love any chance to see Dina back in this game.
She was so good.
And yeah, so let's hope that in our simulation tonight, she kills it.
Hope so. I get 2 back-to-back picks here. I already know exactly where I'm going with the first, well, probably both of them. The first one I'm going to take is Lauren Ulmer. Lauren was a breakout star in BBH 7. Absolutely shocked us all. Almost was the first boot. Managed to kind of really hang on by a thread to get to that first eviction, and then just took off from there. Played a really great game. Was bummed that for her and Jayla and Max and Bradley and some others that it just kind of fell apart at the end, and there was nothing they could really do. They just kind of ran into a buzzsaw of an alliance that just wouldn't budge. Mm-hmm. So Lauren's just is primed and ready for a second chance. So I'm excited.
She was so good at learning on the fly and and adapting to the strategy. And I would love to see her play a game where she knows what's going on and she actually understands what she's supposed to be doing.
And for my second pick, I'm going to dig way back into the archives of Big Brother Hometowns, an unknown name probably in the community. But I would love for this human being back all the way from season 1. Season 1, I am taking Christopher David Griffith
Joshua.
I'm stealing it right from Mitchell, who's a season 1 super fan, season 1 historian, taking it. Chris played a great game and has potential to play such a good game in a cast of people that doesn't know him. I'm
legitimately pissed at you right now. Like legitimately upset.
So Chris, I love him dearly. I don't know if he'll ever actually play this game again, so at least we'll enjoy him in the fake season. But I would love to see him play again because he played a great game in a group of people that knew his threat level from the jump. So gotta take Chris. All right, going back to Gray.
All right, so with my 4th pick, I am picking another BBH 9 all-star, someone who was gone way too early, Mitchell Hammond, who is in the chat right now, actually. I think Mitchell would do great in a second chance season, especially with some of these other big names that we've thrown out. I think that he'd be part of a really great alliance. And just like his track record with orgs since he's played BBH just shows like continued like growth, I think, and just like success. And so, and I would love my little trio from the Survivor mini on Friday of CLC, Mitchell Hammond, and Edmo to all work together and make me proud on the host side. So.
Great pick. Mitchell Hammond is so good. He's so good.
Mm-hmm. Good pick. Mitchell, to you.
And this is dispelling the rumor now that Josh will never cast Mitchell Hammond again. We're just dispelling that rumor because
who started that rumor?
Oh, I'm pretty sure after he voted you out, there was this like rumor that you would never cast him again because
did I start that rumor? Because
I'm not sure. Okay, I have 2 picks. And I'm gonna just pull this comment up. Listen, we love to dog on BBH 9 as a not very entertaining season. That is not the fault of the cast. And with my 2 picks, I'm going to be adding to that number. Not like half this cast being BBH 9 people we want to see back in this game for a future season. So my first pick is going to be Slade because he is the king of confessionals. He is just good entertainment. He is good television, and like he makes me laugh so hard.
Like no one else
on my screen. Yeah, it's amazing. So that's my first pick. I would love to see Slade play. I still think about that moment all the time from the play competition where he was like, if one more fucking bitch tells me they're not picking their y'all are saving your friends. Duh. I think about that. It like lives rent.
Mitchell, so you know that you for some reason aren't on StreamYard.com/Facebook anymore.
And then so that's my 4th pick, and then my last pick.
You're saving your friends.
I love it. I die every time. Oh my god. We need a return of the pink hair. Honestly, we really just need the return of the pink hair. So
I don't know if we said this. At the top, but the qualifications for the main qualification for this are one-time players only. And non-winners. I don't know if we actually said that, but just to say that. I
feel like that's inherent in the second chance title.
Yeah.
In case anybody was wondering. Okay. And my last pick, I am this person I very much hold dear in my heart, and I love to pick on them. I have very strong opinions about the way that they choose to wear their facial hair. But I am gonna pick. I'm picking Colin because he's great. He's super strategic, and he was like one or two things going his way in season 9 from potentially winning. So I am picking Colin.
Not half this cast being season 9 again.
I know, right? It's amazing.
All right, Gray, it's all you. Your final pick.
All right. With my final pick in the BBH second chance draft, I am so proud and excited to draft the one and only Macy Love.
Macy Love White
I
representing
I think
for rogue votes everywhere.
Queen of rogue votes.
the queen of the hinky vote. I think that Macy has some of the best confessionals, and I think that after playing, like, I think that like her understanding of the game continues to grow. Her understanding of like BBH and like this community and like these people that she'd be playing with continues to grow. I would love to see her play again. She was pure entertainment from beginning to end. Just the way that she talked to people when she was like fed up with them. But like there's not anything better than just peeking in on those conversations. And she said,
Oh my God. That's very good.
Okay, so and she just won fan favorite for this fake season tonight.
All right, I want to move on to it because I have one more pick and then we'll be done. I'm also going to be pulling from the villain pool, the villains of all villains. We've had several good villains over our time. Obviously, Mitchell is not qualified, having played twice, kind of.
Mitch, excuse you.
No, that's not on you. That's not on you.
I had a very fulfilling experience. Thank you.
I'm really glad. I'm sorry that we wasted your time if we didn't pick you. I don't know who that you are, but King Slade is going to represent you, Facebook user. I think it's probably Chandler Pittman. But my final pick is going to Lee Farrell. Great villain. Played a really fun game, a game that was destined to go right before the jury, and he fulfilled that destiny. Played hard, won a couple HOHs early on. Super villain. Everyone knew it, but still was willing to play with him in some capacity. But yeah, Lee Farrell, that's the final pick. And that gives us our 16 people competing in tonight's Big Brother Hometowns, Second Chances, Brant Steele.
Oh,
and
Let's
here
see what happens. This is where it gets fun.
Here they are.
This is tea time.
I'm so excited. Literally so excited. Question.
Yeah.
What are we seeing from the outset? Like lots of season 9. So obviously we got to be on on the lookout for the season 9 alliance. Lots of season 11. So maybe there's some friction.
Yep. Never forget season 9 and 11.
Anybody know the status of Ashton and Chris's current relationship?
Always great friends. Have always been great friends.
Good.
Will still remain great friends. But see, the thing with big groups of people that know each other is you have one of two things that can happen, and those two things are either they are going to work together because they know each other, or they're going to not work together because they know each other. And so we could see things go either way. I've seen Survivor Brant Steele's run, so I don't know exactly what we're going to see as we progress through this.
I would think if this really happened, this season 9 group would stay strong for maybe the first vote, potentially the second vote, and then they would immediately split from there.
Yeah.
We are, so the format of the simulation. We are running a simulation of Big Brother 22, so the most recent season. So everyone should be kind of familiar with that format. Really, because the reason I chose that was because I actually really liked the format. I think
and safety suite is in there too.
Yeah,
right?
I like the safety suite twist. It was largely just like no buybacks. There's the triple eviction down the line, but that's fine. And Big Brother 22 needs its own second chance with good players, and we've done that. So,
I like if this cast ever existed in real life, I would like cry.
Could you imagine watching these people? But we're about to. So I'm just gonna hit the proceed button and see what happens. Here we go.
Josh, you're gonna have to read for Gray and I because it's not showing up really well.
Yeah,
You should be able to make it big screen, full screen now. If you
Then I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I split my screen so I can
right.
see the comments.
I'm here for the.
All right, that's fine. I'll let you guys know what's going on. Here we go. Proceed. Let's
wait. We need to pick winners.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
I'll take my sister.
I'm gonna pick Slade, just for fun.
I'm gonna pick Macy. I think that would be the most entertaining outcome.
All right, let's show relationships. See what we got early on. Mitchell and Colin feel mutual medium dislike towards one another.
Okay.
Lee and Lauren are bonding. Mitchell and Lauren have a slight dislike. So Mitchell is not.
What are you doing?
Not making friends early. Very uncharacteristic.
I'm glad I didn't pick him to win.
Dina and Steven not getting along, which makes a little bit of sense. They're both kind of like strong-willed people.
Yeah.
Not Macy and Adam, a season 11 alliance starting to form here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many of these bonds we're going to see. There's a lot. Okay. Or there's not too many more. Mitchell and Dina have a little bit of a bond. There's a season 9 connection.
Mm-hmm.
Lee and Ashton are butting heads. Jayla and
that's not surprising to me at all.
No. Jayla and Edward butting heads a little bit. Dan and Lauren getting along. This is a relationship I'd watch. Dan and Lauren.
I would love that.
I would love that. And then a little bit of a cat fight early on down here. Ashton and Macy, not quite.
Ashton fighting in round 1.
I believe this.
Ashton is making enemies in the season 11 group. She already dislikes Lee and dislikes Macy. And you have kind of similar. Mitchell is not getting along with several people. So those are two people that are consistently deciding that they're good.
Mitchell and Ashton better both play for the safety suite this week.
All right, let's see what happens next. Upon entering the house, something. Okay. Oh, this is like where they do that, where they all came in, like in their groups.
And they competed in groups.
So in that first group, we had Chris, Lauren, Lee, and Slade, and Lauren and Lee won. They'll be eligible for that first HOH.
Okay.
Then Anthony Ashton, Edmo, and Macy. And of them, only Anthony survives. The others got timed out.
That aligns with my fantasy.
Yeah, it was the Survivor maze.
The pictures in the
yeah.
Okay, group 3 is Dan, Dina, Mitchell, and Steven. If I were to take two people here, it would probably be Steven and Dan.
Steven and Dan, probably.
Just Dina.
Yeah.
Just
Dina's
Dina.
gonna be first HOH, y'all.
And then these final 4, Adam, CLC, Jayla, and Colin. And Adam and Carl all okay. So our eligible people for the first HOH are Lauren, Lee, Anthony, Dina, Carl, and Adam, and it's going to be that balance thing. We have to run across the stars.
It was rigged.
It was very rigged.
Very
so
rigged.
If it's rigged, this is going to go to a man. And that man is. I can see any of these men being good at this.
Not Lee being the first HOH again.
Yeah, that's not learning from your second chance. So let's see what happens. I don't know if I'm just going to scroll
I do
down.
want to point out Dan said that he threw this comp.
Yeah, throw comments on the screen when the players comment for themselves on what they were thinking at the time.
I can't.
Mitchell can.
I can do it.
Okay. Not surprising. All right, so these are our people, and our winner, our first HOH, and his second HOH in the history of his Big Brother Hometown's career. Anthony is going to pick up right where he left off, basically, as HOH. He has the options to put Dan right back on the block if he'd like. I don't think he will. We didn't see Anthony bonding or in dislike with anybody, did we?
No. He's a wild card.
So this is wide open. So I think if I'm Anthony, I'm taking the two people that have caused the most issues as the easy first vote and putting up Mitchell and Ashton.
I think that's likely to happen here. We'll have to see.
All right, let's see what we learn about next. We have
an alliance. I see.
No, these are our have-nots. Adam,
Not Carl.
No, Carl did not. No, they all got an envelope, and everyone was a have-not in this group except for Carl, who won $5,000.
Yay!
Yes, Carl, you're already coming out on top, baby.
The rest of them are have-nots.
That means he's the equivalent of Christmas from this past season. Bail money. Bail money.
Have-nots, whatever. Okay. Safety suite.
Some of this we can probably skip through.
But we have our safety suite. Ashton competed. Smart. Ed competed. Lauren competed, and Slade competed, and Ed wins. And he gives immunity to Dan.
Wow.
What was Dan's punishment?
Dan has to wear the star mascot costume.
Yeah.
He is a star though, so.
Yeah.
Dan would look great in that.
So Anthony cannot put Dan up. I don't think he would have. That would not have been wise. Carl says not me taking $5,000. Can't say I blame you. All right, let's see who. I'm guessing. Yes, the nomination ceremony is next. Let's see who is it? Anthony puts on the block.
Mitchell's got to go up, right?
Oh,
wow!
He is still not over that rogue vote.
I am.
Oh my god!
He really said, "Macy, this is for that rogue vote."
Anthony kind of said, "I hate women" with these nominations.
Don't put that in the universe.
No. I mean, maybe his target's Macy. He's just saying, I'm wiping my hands clean of this.
Yeah.
So you did it to me. You pinned it on me. I went home because of it, and now you're going to go home. You're still bitter about the vote that you cast.
Macy, win that veto, queen. Win that veto.
All right, now we're going to get the veto selections. Carl, Adam, and Colin are playing in the power veto. This is good. For the record, Anthony loves women. All right, let's see. And Macy has won the power of veto.
Let's go!
She always wins it when she needs it.
She needs it, and she comes out with the big win. All right, let's get on to the veto ceremony.
You're going to need better strategy if you want to vote me out, Cody.
Now, here's the thing. Macy now has to – this is Brant Steele, after all. There's a chance she does not use the veto on herself.
Macy girl, listen here. Use the veto.
She said it was a luck comp.
Queen of self-awareness.
If she pulls herself off, I still think Anthony goes with either Mitchell or Ashton. Ashton did compete for safety suite, signaling to Anthony that she did not feel good, did not feel safe.
But does Brant still consider those things?
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Time for the veto ceremony. Macy uses the power veto. Oh, no. And he puts up another BBH 11.
Oh, wow.
Adam.
He's really coming for this BBH. He said, I don't want to be a part of this BBH 11.
Does Brant still consider the norms of early Big Brother where
honestly, this is a terrible situation for this dude. I hate
Anthony is getting so canceled on Twitter right now.
Really?
Think about everything he just did.
This is literally Big Brother 2 women all over again.
Anthony, you're getting canceled like big time for this. Like,
we're so sorry.
I don't know who his Nicole Franzel is, but he is Cody right now, and he's got a Franzel somewhere in the house. And I hope it's not Macy.
The next step is the house status. So let's see. Let's show the events. Let's see if anything interesting has happened. Ed and Colin have a fight. Not surprising.
Not surprising at all.
Adam and Macy have a fight, a little surprising, and Anthony gains popularity. So Anthony's going to come out on top here.
He must be doing what the house wants, and the house honestly can suck it.
The Cool Dad Alliance has reformed and has brought Carl in. That's a 5-strength alliance, and that's the first alliance that we have seen. The small group, Cool Dads back together.
Carl and his daddies.
Yeah,
I hate myself.
Carl and his daddies is the first alliance of the season.
Oh my god!
I hate myself. I hate myself.
He said, "Not me in an all-white man alliance with 2 straights."
All right. Let's move on. We have several weeks to get through of this.
This is the best thing we've ever done on this page.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how everyone votes.
True.
Hey, Dan, it's a formula and it works. All right. Ashton votes to evict. Ashton, I vote to evict Dina. Carl, please cast your vote to evict. I vote to evict Adam. Chris votes to evict Dina. Dan votes to evict Dina.
Wow.
Hey, bad. That makes sense for Dan keeping his season 11 friend in the game, though he is friends with Dina. So,
Yeah.
He said,
Edmo.
"Not you're not going to win this game. You might win sequester 3 times, but you're not going to win this game."
Dina is a big threat coming into this game. You have to remember that.
Edmo votes to evict Adam. That's 3-2. Jayla votes to evict Adam.
Ooh.
That ties us back up at 3-3. There are 16 people, so that means there's 13 votes. So, still got.
Is it going to be a 7-6 vote?
It probably.
Colin votes to evict Dina. Their little season 9 beef has carried over here. He's trying to get Dina out. That's 4-3. Lauren votes to evict Adam. We're tied up again. Lee votes to evict Adam. Votes one of his own out. And that is 5 votes for Adam, 4 votes for Dina. Next up, Macy also evicts Adam. That stings. That she must have formed something with Dina and worked her. Dina's working her magic.
There's an all-girl alliance somewhere.
There's got to be.
Jayla and Lauren also voted out Adam.
Yep. So that's 6 votes Adam, 4 votes for Dina. All right.
Macy threw a hinky vote again.
Mitchell votes to evict Adam. That's 7-4.
I'm not having fun anymore.
Slade votes to evict Dina. These people are just like I said, 2 options: stick with your original season, or just turn on them like crazy. This is what we're seeing. Slade voting to evict Dina. Steven voting to evict Dina. Season 9's crumbling too, Carl. And that does it. Oh, that does it. That's gonna evict Adam first.
Cancel
7-6. Adam is the first boot of his second chance. The season is canceled, but let's play it out anyway. See what happens.
Timeline.
I'm legitimately horrified at what just happened, and I'm looking at all of you people in the game.
Anthony said, "Hit the reset button."
All right, Adam's first picture is blurred out of the memory wall. Let's see how the house is. Let's look at alliances. We still have the same alliance. Nothing else has come up. The relationships, Lee and Lauren are bonding. Steven and Dina still dislike each other.
True.
Yeah, fair.
That's the first split vote that anyone in this house from BBH 9 has ever seen.
Colin and Mitchell are butting heads. Lee and Ashton still not quite getting along. Carl and Anthony have a bond. That makes sense. I'm pretty sure Carl was an Anthony stan during his season, right?
Iconic.
Dina and Anthony rather. Jayla and CLC bonding. That's the big one. Lee and Carl not getting along.
I would love that alliance. Jayla
and CLC.
Lee and Carl not getting along. No surprise. You can only have one villain in the game. All right, let's see what happens next. Our next HOH, I believe, is Jayla.
Oh, wow.
You love to see it.
So the girls are going to be safe. I think.
I don't know if Jayla's watching, but you should text her and let her know that she just won HOH.
Yeah.
So the girls should be safe here. Yes, that is if what we saw in that last vote, she should be protecting the girls. You would think. Let's see who have-nots are. It's not important. Maybe I can just jump ahead to safety suite. Do we care about have-nots?
No, just skip ahead.
Okay.
We'll be here all night if we do every tab.
Lee and Mitchell compete. Mitchell wins and gives immunity to Steven. So Mitchell.
Wow, I love that. I love that alliance.
Mitchell and Steven have a little thing. Maybe they did not feel safe. Steven didn't play. So, all right, let's see what happens. In the nomination ceremony, Jayla is going to nominate Dan and Ed. So, okay, I can see this making sense. Coming off of Dan's season, a super strong player. Jayla and Ed didn't play together. Jayla and Dan didn't play together. Jayla's protecting all the girls.
Carl threw Dan under the bus, potentially.
So, I mean, let's see if the Cool Dads Alliance can save Dan. I would think that Dan having any sort of alliance is going to help him out here. So Ed could be in trouble. Let's playing in the veto is Dina, Mitchell, and Carl. And let's see who wins. The power of veto is going to be Mitchell's going to win the power of veto.
2 comps in a row.
2 comps in a row. Unfortunately, wasting your safety suite. But winning some favor with Steve and giving him the safety there. So
he could realistically forge another alliance if he uses the veto on someone here, but also that may be drawing too much attention to yourself at the same time. And you don't have safety suite anymore.
Fair. I think the logical decision for Mitchell from the real life would be to pull Edmo here, but once again, we're in Brand Steel territory.
Yeah, we'll see.
The veto ceremony, Mitchell is going to not use the power of veto.
Wow.
The nominations are set. Let's see if there's any new alliances. I feel like this is where we could, if there's any events. Jayla and Mitchell have a bond that has a lasting impact. Dina and Colin bond strongly, and Edmo is losing popularity. Now this is
no.
So
not the people's champion.
But big news. The Carl and his daddies has dissolved.
No.
The alliance is no
not
more.
The daddies.
Carl and the Cool Dads is no more. But there is a new alliance in town.
Oh, I love this.
Wow.
It is Anthony, Ashton, Jayla, Mitchell, and Steven. This makes a lot of sense.
That is iconic.
We saw this. We're seeing some pairs of things happening here. We have Mitchell and Jayla who have bonded. You have Mitchell and Steven who have bonded. They come together. They bring in the previous HOH, Anthony, and Ashton, who is probably chilled out after her first week of big fights.
She said, "Let me calm down." She said, "Let me calm down a little bit."
We do have another new alliance. Oh, that is alliance number 2. That is alliance number 2. Okay.
Wow, we love that.
I would love if this was real. I would actually love to see that alliance.
Yeah, look at this.
You'll see, and the daddies are done.
Okay, ready though.
Also,
all right, here we go.
Macy's comment, yeah.
Cue the voting music.
I'm done.
Anthony votes to evict Dan. Anthony is getting his revenge on Dan in this moment.
Wow.
And Carl and the Cool Dads are done, and
It's
Anthony
done.
is voting out Dan. Ashton evicts Edmo. Carl votes out Dan. This went downhill really quickly for an alliance. Chris votes out Edmo, so that should be 2-2. Dina, Edmo, 3-2.
Oh, the girls are all going to vote Edmo then.
The
Carl
daddies
votes
got
to
left out
evict
of the
Edmo.
vote.
Yes, this Dina's vote does signal that the girls could be voting Edmo out here. Colin votes out Edmo. Lauren votes out Edmo, continuing that trend. Lee votes out Dan. Interesting.
If
The
Jane was
women said-
HOH and she wanted Edmo out, look at Macy throwing a hinky vote again.
Macy, here we go.
Girl.
This is classic Macy. Votes to evict Dan. Mitchell votes out Edmo. Season 9 crumbling before our eyes. Slade decides, hey, I like my original season, voting out Dan. 5-6. Steven votes out Edmo. That's that alliance. Is that alliance? What's that alliance?
Did they? Yeah, it was
Steven, Mitchell,
Jayla,
Ashton, and Anthony. So we haven't. Oh, we saw Anthony vote out Dan.
This is high though. 6-6.
No, it's that one made it 7-5. I believe
6-6.
No.
It's 7-5. That's it.
7-5.
7-5. Edmo.
Did Edmo
voted
go?
out.
Oh no, they really voted out the people's champion.
People's champion. Second out.
They said too much of a social threat. Get him out of here.
All right, week 3. Our new HO. Here's what we got.
Now, Dan being left in the house, though, is going to cause some drama with that alliance that dissolved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so our alliances, this is our main alliance here.
I would love for Dan to be HOH here.
And let's just go ahead and get to our HOH in our third spot here.
Wow, someone break this power group up right now.
Jayla cannot be HOH. She just is HOH. Gets out her target in Ed. If this alliance wants to stay alive, they should win this here, but we'll see what happens. And Anthony does win.
Wow.
Is that another HOH?
That's too much out the gate, maybe.
Anthony
he's a
is
huge
taking a
target.
page out of Lee's book, winning or several people's book that have failed in this game by winning 2 HOHs pre-jury, but he's in a big alliance. So if you're positioned well like he is, we'll see what happens. Have-nots, don't care. Safety suite.
This is the last week of the safety suite. So
pretty much everyone competes. Dan wins.
good for Dan.
And saves Slade. I believe Slade evicted. I believe Slade evicted Dan in the last vote. Maybe Dan caught wind of it, and is trying to build some favor using a safety suite to form maybe a little bond with Slade. So Dan is going to survive, and we're going to see what Anthony does now. He can't put Dan up again. Who do you put up?
Quick aside. Colin just commented on something. Firstly, Colin, I picked you. You're welcome. Secondly, where is Colin at? Where are you at, baby girl? Are you in the season yet? I haven't seen your picture once.
Here, he did compete in this safety suite right here. At least did something. Let's see if maybe Colin's gonna be a safe nominee right here for Anthony because Colin's been pretty quiet. And once again,
wow,
Anthony
canceled.
I have
Anthony.
words.
Let's put up Dina and Lauren. He's got it out for Dina. Maybe he's like, I already did it once. I might as well do it again.
I should have just put up Macy again.
Yeah, I'm surprised he should have just put up Dina and Macy. He's just going to go for it at this point.
Anthony is the Memphis of this season.
He's the yeah, I hate to see it. Big Mama's house is coming down.
Unless Macy wins another veto and saves one of them.
Come on, girl. You got to pull this one out.
Chris is playing, Ashton is playing, Lee is playing, and winning the power of veto is Ashton wins her first episode of the season.
Wow. So you got to imagine that if there is a women's alliance, she's got to figure out a way to use it without
Macy going up on the block.
But without that, but without also angering Anthony, unless there's maybe potentially a backdoor target.
Plan. Yeah. So likely, unless there's a backdoor plan, this is going to stay the same. If Ashton's going to stay true to her alliance, let's see what happens because alliances dissolve quickly.
I do just want to point out too that the way this game is playing out for Anthony could not be in more stark contrast to who he is as an actual person.
Right.
They could not be more opposite.
So this is the veto meeting, and Ashton has decided to use the power of veto on Lauren, and Anthony puts Macy right up on the block.
Wow.
And once again, this is incredible. Anthony, you are not playing a good game. I'm sorry.
Not this being one of the more entertaining seasons that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, we have a backdoor. Maybe this was part of the plan. I mean, obviously, Ashton would have talked about it. And let's go to our house status, see if anything's changed with that alliance. Dina and Mitchell.
We cannot lose Macy right now.
Dina and Mitchell have a major fight. Steven has left the alliance.
That checks out. He likes to backstab.
And then Steven has left the alliance, but kept loyalty to Anthony to form a new alliance with Carl, Chris, and Colin.
Interesting.
Are they called the White Men Alliance?
Yeah, the dudes. This is
This is literally the bomb squad all over again, or the detonators, or whatever they called it.
So this is interesting. I wonder what that looked like for Steven to say, do not consider me a part of your alliance anymore. I am out. Does he now go and spill about this alliance to others? Probably.
Here's a question I have. It looks like Carl and Anthony are still good, but Carl and Dan, I'm assuming, aren't good since their trio broke up. Do we think that Carl left his one-on-one chat with Dan?
Yes, most definitely.
All right, let's get to the
Carl
vote.
said Dan enjoy 14th place.
Let's get to the vote. We have Macy and Dina on the block. Ashton votes to evict Macy. Makes sense with her alliance in the backdoor plan. Carl votes to evict Macy. Chris votes to evict Dina. Dan votes to evict Macy. Jayla votes to evict Dina. We're 2-3. Colin votes to evict Macy. It is 4-2 in favor of Macy going home. This is not good. Lauren votes to evict Dina. That's 3 votes Dina, 4 votes Macy. Lee votes to evict Macy. That's 5 votes Macy. Mitchell votes to evict Macy. Slade votes to evict Macy. Steven votes to evict Dina, but it's not going to matter. Macy, please do not leave us. But unfortunately, you are leaving the Big Brother Hometowns Second Chance house.
Absolutely devastated. This is when I stopped watching Big Brother 22 was after week 3. So if I check out for the rest of this, I do apologize.
Wow.
Moving on to week 4.
I'm not happy with this.
So the scope of things.
Also, wait, Gray losing his winner pick.
Looking at things right now, who do we actually like? In terms of winner equity, we don't like Anthony from he's going to get canceled on Twitter, but he might be playing a good game.
I think Ashton and Jayla are playing phenomenal games.
Jayla are in good spots. Steven with a risk.
Hammond's probably in a good spot.
Good spot. Steven leaving an alliance, going to a new one. Maybe there's still some lingering loyalty because Anthony jumps in that new alliance. I don't know. Let's see who wins HOH. Or actually, it's first.
I hope it's Carl.
I'm not worried about any big fights. This is just all whatever,
Too many people to keep track of their relationships.
Lauren is our head of household.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, and she probably has a bone to pick after just finding.
Now, is this where the Big Brother basement starts?
No, that's like post jury, right? No. Oh,
I wouldn't know.
Oh, the basement. Those powers. It does not say it in the lineup here, so maybe it's week 5.
Maybe, next.
So let's go ahead and go right to the nomination. See who Lauren is going to put up on the block. You would think no girls.
Definitely Anthony, probably, right?
Definitely Anthony.
Just nominated her.
Slade and Mitchell.
I'm shocked.
Right after season 9.
Now, Mitchell did save Slade with his safety suite. Correct?
No, he saved Dan. Here's a live text from Ashton on the stream. Ashton, if you this is how your comments can be showed. That's good for me because I used my veto. She's a little bit behind. I like because of the stream. So yeah, we can get live comments from Ashton. Ashton, if you want to join and watch with us, tell me, text me, and I'll send you the link and you can come watch. Mitchell saved Dan, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I missed that. Maybe
I don't remember.
No, he said he saved Steven. Thank you, Mitchell.
Thank you, Mitchell. That makes sense. Colin is picked, Dina is picked, and Ashton is picked to play the veto once again. Let's see if she can go on a little bit of a competition run here. The winner of the power veto here. Who's on the block? Who did we just see? Mitchell and Slade. Mitchell and Slade on the block. And Slade wins the power veto.
Hey, I want to share a live text I just got from Jayla. She said, "I'm thoroughly impressed with fake Jayla." Fake Jayla's playing a great game.
Fake Jayla is. Slade has won the power veto. This could be the first step in saving the season 9 contingent a little bit if he can obviously pull himself down. And the person that goes next to Mitchell with a backdoor here goes home. Let's see what he does. I'm assuming he will use the power veto on himself, which he does. And Lauren puts up her best friend from season 7 and puts Jayla on the block. That is a shocker, Jayla. Sorry, we just jinxed you.
Not us jinxing Jayla.
I'm waiting for Jayla's text to come up and say, "Never mind."
The Jayla jinx. Jayla's on the block next to Mitchell. Jayla's been in a good spot in this game, so she could have the votes. Let's see if any new alliances have formed.
This is really this boot order. I cannot.
Jayla has a major meltdown. Dina and Mitchell find something in common. Their season. Oh, you were on that? We were on that season together? And they just have this epiphany. They just completely blocked each other from their memory. They found out.
4 weeks.
And Steven loses significant popularity.
When you said Jayla has a meltdown, Jayla texted me and said, "Fantasy imitating reality."
There's a new alliance in town, an alliance of 6 here.
Wow.
Carl, Dan, Dina, who has just fought really an uphill battle this whole game, and all of a sudden is in a good spot with Colin, Lauren, and Lee. This group right here is going to control the vote, you would think.
Which would lead me to think that Jayla will be voted out this time.
This could put Jayla in some significant danger. Let's see how the votes go. Anthony votes out Mitchell. Ashton votes out Mitchell. Carl votes out Jayla. Chris votes out Jayla. Chris has not been in any alliances or anything. He seems to be playing.
He's just floating.
Yeah, floating around, not really in anything.
I think he was in that white boy alliance.
Oh, yeah, he was in the White Boy Alliance. So that
Milk alliance.
Dan
The
votes to
Milk
evict
alliance.
Jayla.
These Jayla votes are not it. I'm sorry.
Dina votes to evict Mitchell. That alliance could be going Mitchell here. Colin votes to evict Mitchell.
Wow.
Ashton's going to come on with us in a second. Lee votes to evict Jayla. Slade votes to evict Mitchell. Well, there goes that whole plan I thought about earlier. Steven votes to evict Mitchell, and Mitchell is evicted from the Big Brother house. Can someone send Ashton the StreamYard thing? Mitchell, do you have her? Oh, actually, I can send it to her. Quick pause in the action. I'm going to send, because I sent it to you guys here.
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Sending it to Ashton.
I do just want to say shout out to everyone who is watching right now and who has stuck with us through this. This is highly entertaining.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. We'll stop down real quick. I'm going to look at comments, see if there's anything going on. We lost Mitchell for a minute, so we'll wait on him. We're not in a hurry to do anything. Yeah, thanks everyone for sticking by. Ashton is here. Hello, Ashton.
Hey, Ashton.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream. Ashton, tell us about your thought process in this game so far.
What?
Tell us your thought process in this game so far.
I feel good. I think I'm doing the right thing, just laying low. But apparently, I don't like Homeboy.
Who is?
I don't know. Every time
Lee,
it says
yeah, you and Lee.
it says I strongly dislike him.
You and Lee had some beef. You were fighting with several people early on.
I know. I'm.
Ashton, do you have headphones to put on by chance?
No.
Great.
Do I need them?
If you happen to have some, that would be really helpful.
I don't. My AirPods box is missing.
That's okay. It's not too bad. The audio is not so bad. All right, let's just move on. I don't know where Mitchell is, so let's see who the next head of household is. Oh, and Mitchell is evicted, as we saw. And okay.
Are we okay? This next vote is the last vote of pre-jury, right?
5 people, that would put us at 11. Yeah, that at a 9-person jury. All right, let's see here. The alliances, we have several here. Ashton, what I'm going to do, though, if you ever want to talk, unmute yourself because there's like a bad echo. So just unmute if you want to talk. Yeah, so here are our alliances. We have this small thing up here, Ashton, Anthony, and Jayla. Let's see if they're...
I like that.
But they're not really well dispersed, really at all, amongst the other alliances. Anthony's doing some work here, so this is going to work to protect them, I guess.
Carl is in a great spot.
Yeah, Carl playing the game we all knew that he was capable of playing way back in the day. Let's move forward with our HOH. Guaranteeing them a spot in the jury. Oh, this is where the basement. We're going to have the basement here in this round. And the HOH is Anthony again.
Wow.
Third head of household of the season in the pre-jury.
And Ashton is happy about that because Ashton is in an alliance with Anthony. So you would think that Ashton and Jayla will both be safe here.
Wow. Incredible. Anthony, I mean, competition beast for sure. You're going after Dan's record.
Hey, Lee said he wants to come beef in person with Ashton.
That's not a bad idea. But we'll see if
it'll get too.
Let's see who turns who up first, and then we'll have them fight it out here.
Yeah. Let's go to the basement, see if any powers are awarded here. Steven finds the disruptor power. For the next 3 weeks, he can save one of the nominees. That's, I think, what David had in the season. Lee finds the blocker power. For the next 3 weeks, they can prevent themselves or another house guest of their choice from being a replacement nominee. And Anthony, once again, another competition win. He can replay as an HOH in back-to-back weeks. So he has won every HOH he's been eligible for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is insane. All right, let's see what he does. We think he's obviously not putting up anyone from his alliance, his big alliance, or his smaller alliance of which two women. Great question. Oh, Ashton, you do have headphones. I'll let Ashton plug up. Let me.
So, is he going to put up Dina and?
I mean, he's put up Dina twice,
so he'll put up Dina and Jayla again.
Yeah,
Probably.
well, he shouldn't he's going to put up Dina. That's just reality. But he shouldn't put up Jayla after what happened. After they have an alliance. So let's see. Anthony puts up Dina and Slade.
Not Slade again. This is horrible.
Steven has the disruptor power, chooses not to use it. This makes sense for Anthony's game. If Anthony wins this game, it's going to be the most hated win in the history of time. But Anthony and Ashton's relationship and Jayla's relationship, he's finally put up a man since putting up Adam. Adam was the last time he put up a guy. So let's see who plays the veto. Ashton is playing in the veto again, looking for another win. Colin's playing the veto. Steven is playing in the veto. And winning this power of veto is what is happening?
What is this?
Oh, this is like where everyone gets different things. Ashton wins an unknown punishment. Steven wins a punishment, has to complete 500 laps.
Oh, that's the one Bailey did on the tricycle where they were like all rooting
Colin
for.
has to wear the slopetard. Slade wins a home gym and a have not passed. Dina wins $5,000, and Anthony wins the power of veto. And Lee has the blocker power. He uses it on himself and is now safe from being a replacement nominee. Interesting. Interesting move from Lee. I guess.
Honestly, I've been very impressed with how low key Lee has been playing this game. He really.
You know, he's fighting with me every day.
If Ashton and Lee are butting heads, and Ashton is in Anthony's ear, this could have been a Lee backdoor play.
And just a great move from Lee, I think.
Just like Lee was just about to backdoor Anthony in Big Brother Hometowns 11, Anthony could have actually returned the favor here, and now can't. So this might be the right move. Anthony does not use the power of veto, and Slade and Dina remain on the block. Someone is going to be robbed of the jury. Won't be Lee. Lee's going to make a jury for the first time in Big Brother Hometowns. And let's see what happens. Any major events? Colin and Dina are bonding. They're kind of they've put their past in the past. It has a lasting impact. Anthony and Steven also bond. That is a alliance I want to be a part of. Anthony and Steven. Lee gains significant popularity. We have a lot of people playing great games. We'll wait for a really big move to be made. And Carl has left his chat with Dan, Dina, Colin, Lauren, and Lee, and is out of this alliance. And a small little girl alliance here. Congratulations, Carl, making jury. But you now
don't count your chickens before they hatch, Carl.
But Ashton and Lauren have an official alliance, a duo alliance.
Wow.
I would
final two, if you will.
Final two, if you will.
What an iconic final two that would be.
All right, let's see where we go from here.
Oh gosh.
Ashton votes to evict Dina. Carl votes to evict Slade. Chris votes to evict Dina. Dan votes to evict Slade. That's 2-2. Jayla votes to evict Dina. That's 3-2. Colin votes to evict Slade. We're tied again, 3-3. We can't have it.
The whole BBH 9 cast turning on Slade here.
Who's surprised? This could be a tie this round. This is our first, not first round, but this is we could have a tie. Lauren votes to evict Slade. That is 4-3. Lee votes to evict Slade. That is 5-3. Steven always is the last one to vote and is always voting wrong.
Yeah, I don't think Steven has voted correctly this whole game.
Which is unlike Steven.
This cast really said, we don't want entertainment value. So we don't want anything interesting or engaging.
Right before the jury, you are evicted. We move on to week 6.
Josh, you're the only person who has their winner pick left.
I do, and it's Ashton. Look at this. This is interesting. Anthony with 4 competition wins.
Wow.
4, wherever there's just a bunch of other ones just spread out.
You gotta imagine he's the prime target here
For that
after
triple
Curry.
eviction, if anything.
Yeah, I think once we get down to the triple eviction, that's a spot to take Anthony out with one quick movement.
This pre-jury is so hateful. Like it is so.
Yeah. Now, can I say someone who has flown under the radar for the past couple rounds is Dan.
Dan is sitting in a good spot again. Good players are going to be good players no matter what happens.
So, is the whole white man alliance still in here?
Oh, I don't think it's actually. Well, is that the one Carl? Let's look at the alliances. We'll see that right here. We have, of course, one of our favorite alliances, Anthony, Ashton, and Jayla. The white boy alliance still intact.
Okay. And they're all still here.
The alliance that Carl left is here. Is there any overlap? Colin is in both, so maybe Colin and Carl still.
Not Colin being in a great spot.
Yeah, Colin's playing both sides of the house right now.
And then, I mean, this is great protection for Ashton and Lauren because Ashton, there's no battle back, Mason. Ashton has Anthony, who has this whole group. Lauren has Ashton, who has Anthony, who has this whole group. So I'm telling you, we may have a final 2 brewing.
Interesting. Because I have Lauren, who has that whole group.
Yeah,
right, and you have Lauren, who has that whole group. Exactly.
I'm just chilling.
All right.
Did you see what Mitchell just said? Throw that up there.
Y'all really trying to get people canceled over a fake brand.
They said cut the cameras.
TMZ reports.
I'm dead.
All right. Ashton wins the head of household. Anthony uses his replay power, does not win, but Ashton wins the HOH. Is this the time for Ashton to win a head of household, though?
No, she doesn't. Not at all.
She doesn't need it. She doesn't.
But she just said, "I want it."
No, I thought you said, "Is this finally her chance to win one?" I was going to say, "I won one in my season."
You won 2 in your season, and then you already.
That's true.
You won a veto.
No,
in your season.
I won a veto. I really didn't need to
No,
win.
you won 2 HOHs. I've rewatched the season 3 times.
Well, I'm saying here, I didn't necessarily need to win.
No, you did not need to win. So, what do you think you do, Ashton?
I mean, I probably should just play like a safe vote, just like 2 people who aren't really saying much.
Are you going to back
I'll
Lee?
probably put Lee up.
Yeah.
He gets on my nerves. I don't know him in real life. He's probably nice.
He was a villain. So, very nice, but a villain nonetheless. That's got to be Lee. Ashton, is that Lee?
I don't know.
You better be careful here.
Lee, I'm not scared of you.
Carl, Dina, and Steven are the have-nots. Who cares? And then Ashton puts up Lee Farrell and Chris.
Wow.
Whoa.
Not your season 1 alliance.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that I put up Chris because he scares me.
You did put up Chris in your season. So
he's scary.
Steven doesn't use the disruptor power, I see.
Disruptor power. This makes sense for the most part. Lee is probably the target here. If you can't get him out here, you're going to be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Is Lee in the White Boy Alliance? I don't think he is.
I don't believe he is. I don't know if Lee is in any big alliance. He's been kind of
laying
low.
Isolated here.
He really does.
Colin, Jayla, and Dan will play in the power of veto. So Dan is an interesting one. You got to imagine in Dan alt fashion, he has no interest in winning this power of veto.
Jayla is in an alliance with Ashton, so Jayla would do whatever Ashton wants here if she wins it.
So let's see. Ashton, back to back, all the power.
He said, "I have all the power." Thank you.
Now, does she? There's no way she uses it.
There'd be no reason to, because that would just put more blood on my hands.
Yeah, and you want this to be.
I want Lee gone, I assume.
This comp, Ashton, was the endurance comp, and I bet that you were going to throw it. You were going to try to get near the end, so it looked like you were trying and then throw it, but 2 people fell off before you.
Probably.
Like what happened to Danny this season. And so you kind of got stuck with this HOH, but unlike Danny, you're not going to get blood on your hands.
True, because unless I use it, which would be so stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Who,
we- exactly.
who would you potentially be trying to backdoor here? I don't really think there's anything. Maybe Anthony, but you're in on a lot. Kind of connected to Anthony.
I'm sure there's people in my ear saying, "Oh, this is the chance to backdoor Anthony," but they may not know that like we're in an alliance.
Yeah, well, and then if you
fair.
backdoor Anthony, then you become like the person.
I
who
become
took
the
out
big
Anthony.
target. Who,
She
yeah,
becomes new
exactly.
Anthony.
So what she sends us that we don't think she's using it here?
We don't
No.
think so. No.
It would make sense.
Would not make sense. Let's see what happens. You do not use the power of veto. The nominations are final. This is your chance to take out your sworn enemy from the start, Lee Farrell.
Lee.
He said, "Can we make up?"
Yeah, we can be friends
Now
after the vote.
let's see how much power. Let's see how much power and influence Ashton has here with these votes.
All right. Let's
Reveal her being in the
Get him
draft.
out. Get him out.
Carl and Dan bond. Carl and Dina have a minor disagreement that has a lasting impact. Carl and Lee bond. That's interesting because Carl doesn't have the White Boys anymore. That's who he left. Or no, he left the other group. He was never in the White Boys, I don't think.
No,
he is
in the White Boys.
He is in the White Boys. So Carl and Lee bond. So Carl could go to his White Boys, but he's also in the alliance with Chris. So never mind. So
True.
We're overthinking this. I think Chris is the pawn
I'm
here.
overthinking it, but the White Boys are no more. Alliance 3 has dissolved.
Ooh.
So if Carl, so I'm not overthinking this anymore. If Carl and Lee have a bond and Carl ditches the White Boys,
Not every one of Carl's alliances is dissolving.
Carl
this
is
Literally,
like
this vote could flip. This vote could flip.
what do you think? Wait, real quick. What do we think Carl? What do we think Carl did?
Oh, Chris.
okay. We need to send Carl the link and get him on here to like hear his thoughts at some point.
What did Carl do to dissolve the White Boy Alliance?
He called a house meeting.
He said,
Right.
I can't.
No, what it was someone made Carl a have not.
All right, we have not. There's 11 people, so there's 8 voters. We already see 3 of them here for Chris, Anthony, Carl, and Dan voting for Chris.
Anthony, you're supposed to be on my side.
That means the rest of them have to go to Lee for
Wow.
Ashton to get Lee out, and it's not going to happen. Chris, Lee.
Wow. Chris
Someone
really.
threw this on Ashton and said, "Let's keep Lee in for the drama." Ashton
They
has
really.
no power now.
Yeah, they were like, her power is done. Her nominations are final. Like, it's over. Like,
And leaves Ashton quaking in her boots. Chris has been evicted as the first member of the jury. All right. So the
I'm
leaderboard-
actually this is about as hurtful as when Chris went out in season 1. If you haven't watched it,
good, great season. Check it out.
Lee
Don't
said
watch
that he
it.
has- Lee said he has a PSA in 2 hours.
Ashton in season 11, our friend Ashley played, and she said, "I'm going to send you guys an announcement." Like she was going to call out the house, and sent it 4.5 hours later, and it was a 10-minute video calling Lee out on all of his drama. So that's the PSA inside joke here in Big Brother Hometowns Land. All right, let's see.
But I don't know if I should squash it with Lee. I don't trust him.
Honestly,
Well, let's see if he wins
smart.
HOH right here.
Smart. Let's see what happens. Alliances.
Well, maybe
probably-
him and I did have a conversation. If he's like, if I win next week, I got you. I
Okay,
don't
Can I,
trust
so-
him, but
can I make a bold prediction here?
Sure.
Anthony wins HOH and puts
He's
on
eligible.
Lauren and Dina.
Colin.
Oh wow!
Head of household. Now this is interesting. A new head of household. He's not won yet. Learning from his first season where he won a bunch early. He's not in anything with he's not in anything with Anthony. So this could be a
No,
spot.
but he's in the White Boy Alliance with Anthony.
Is Anthony in the White Boy Alliance?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So have-nots, don't care. Let's see who he puts up. Any guesses?
Oh God.
He could say,
could be-
"Hey,
it could be like me and Anthony.
it could be you and
Could
Lee."
be- yeah, it could be you
True.
and Lee. It could be
We
Lauren.
could try to break up the
potentially.
trio of you, Jayla, and Anthony.
Yeah.
I think that Ashton, is good. And one of the comp beasts, Ashton or Anthony, is ending up on the block here. Let's see what happens. Ashton and Jayla.
Wow.
Wow. And you know who the replacement?
Wait,
It even uses the disruptor power on Ashton.
so I can take it off?
So Ashton is no longer on the block. Colin must name a replacement nominee.
Thanks,
It's going to be
Steven.
Anthony.
This is his last chance to use it, right? He can only use it for 3 rounds.
Uses it on Ashton. So Colin's gonna name a replacement nominee. I'm thinking this has got to be Anthony. If
Anthony.
we're going comp beast,
It's
here we go.
Anthony or
Landon Clark.
I'm dead. I'm literally dead.
Wow.
Unbelievable. All right. Let's see who gets played for the veto. That's obviously going to have some significance here.
I think Anthony is a replacement here, so he needs to win.
Anthony is playing in the power of veto. Ashton is playing in the power of veto.
I don't think Anthony's at risk. I don't at all.
I don't either.
I think Lauren could be the
I don't know
replacement.
the specifics of the disruptor power. Can Ashton still be named a replacement nominee?
No, she's safe for the whole week now.
For the whole week. All right, let's see what happens with the power of veto. I mean, you have a great shot of one of our compies, Ashton or Anthony, winning here.
It would make sense for me to win it, though.
Look at this reaction in the chat.
Oh, wait, put Lee's comment up. Put Lee's comment up. Can I say this has been more entertaining than maybe any season of BBH yet?
Wow. That's a bold
And
take.
there have been some great seasons of BBH.
Yeah, the one that you won, in fact.
Wow.
We'll get to that in another.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah, all right. Let's see who wins.
Mitchell, you're a hater.
We think that if Ashton is safe, it's a bad move for Ashton to win. Anthony's just a comp beast. He doesn't care. He just wants to win. Obviously, the two people on the block are Carl and Jayla. So let's see what happens.
I need these noms to change.
Jayla wins the power of veto.
Wow.
Very good for Jayla.
Jayla.
She wins. She won the Zingbot competition. Tiger Zing. I wish they would have given us some zings.
Oh yeah.
But we can dishing them out all night on Anthony, at least.
The zing against Anthony.
Give us your zings in the comments, please.
Yeah, everyone's saying people.
The zing against Carl dissolving all of his alliances.
So what's Carl's move here? He's running out of people. He could put Steven up, who just saved Ashton. That would be something else. I think
Lauren. I think Lauren is a likely replacement here.
Jayla's going to be pulled off. So let's see what happens. All right. Jayla uses the power veto on herself, and Anthony is put up on the block. Yep.
Wow.
Carl versus Anthony. The comps are coming back to bite him here.
You have to take him out here.
He has to go.
This is the move where if you have him up, you can't put him up here and not. We know.
If the final two in this game isn't Carl and Ashton, I want my money back.
All right, here we go. House status. See if we have any new alliances.
Anthony said, "Thank you, Lord." Not Anthony being his own biggest critic.
Some interesting developments. Carl and Colin bond, which is nice because Colin just put Carl on the block. So this is obviously Carl pandering to the HOH. But Ashton is impressing the rest of the house.
That does not look good for Ashton because this next
doesn't.
round is a triple eviction, right?
But also, if we take Carl out here, Colin went from not being in this game at all to being a big target because he took out
That's true.
Anthony.
And he had to, like he said, he had to nominate a quarter of the house too.
His HOH was basically what Danny's HOH was this past season.
Yep.
Every woman better vote for Anthony.
Throw Jason's zing of Steven up.
Oh no. The Ashton Lauren final two is no more.
Lauren leaves me.
A one-on-one chat and is out of the alliance with Ashton.
Wait, I'm in a new alliance.
This is a great zing.
More like oh, I wish Steven was watching because that would be really amazing. All right, so a new alliance. So Ashton's finding herself in a bigger group here with Carl, with Dan, with Dina, with Steven. And this is the Carl, Landon, Clark special. When you're in trouble, go find an alliance. Yeah, like this.
It's a
love
master
it.
class, is what it is.
It
It's
really
absolutely
is.
phenomenal.
This
He
is
said,
a,
I may have left the previous alliance with you, but I promise I won't leave this one.
so, and Dan, look at us. Dan not winning any competitions in his alliance, doing his thing. Like once,
This
and
damn
Dina
game.
was front and center early front half of this game, not a part of it anymore. Steven, zero chance to win this game, I feel like, at this point. All right, let's see what happens. Eviction voting. Who do we think is going then?
Anthony, probably.
So,
With the
Yeah.
result from the house meeting.
I think that Anthony's first here. If Carl is,
I'm surprised
Yeah.
anybody's in an alliance with Carl at this point because I feel like every house meeting he has, he's probably exposing all these alliances.
good Carl, not a fake. Supposed to,
Wait, not fake Dan exposing real Dan's plan. Carl said, B4 said, we stand this chaos.
Can Carl win the Big Brother Hometown Survivor Mini and the second chance in the same weekend? I would be
Don't
bitter.
expose my fantasy.
Josh would be so mad.
I would be bitter. All right, here we go. To the votes. Dan votes for. Oh, Ashton votes for Carl. Because she has Anthony.
I'm
in
in
some
an
capacity.
alliance with Anthony.
Yeah,
I
it makes
wanted
sense.
Ashton to go into the diary room and be crying and say, "This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do."
I vote
I'm
for
Anthony. Anthony.
Anthony.
And then wipes tears away. Fake ass Nicole.
Yeah. Dan votes to evict Anthony. Dina votes to evict Anthony. Jayla votes to evict
They're
Carl.
sticking with their, and Jalen and Ashton sticking with Anthony.
Oh, because we're with Anthony.
Lauren votes to evict Carl.
Not
Lee
all the
votes to
women
evict
saving
Anthony.
Anthony.
3-3. One vote left, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, because there's an. Are we? Oh no, yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe the next person evicted. Carl, Landon,
I'm
Clark, Steven, finally at the end, making a difference in this game, is the swing vote and takes out Carl,
Wow.
Landon, Clark.
You-
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Steven just saved Ashton,
That's
And-
true.
and now Ashton, who has actual agency in the game with her people, takes Carl out, saves Anthony.
I hate this position Steven's putting himself in, honestly. He's putting himself
This
in
is
a
a
terrible
great
position.
move from Anthony.
I mean, this is great work from Anthony, but I see this as Ashton's move. Ashton pulling her relationship with Steven that she has, and with this other girl, with Lauren and Jalen, who's the other vote, and
Well, no, Lauren didn't.
No, because Anthony,
Lauren voted for
Lauren,
Anthony, didn't she?
no. It's
Oh,
Jayla,
right.
Lauren, Ashton,
Anthony,
and Steven.
Lauren, Jayla, and Ashton.
Anthony didn't vote.
Four.
We potentially forged a new 4 here with the girls and Steven.
Look,
Steven.
And it could be a 5 if they have Anthony in there.
Yeah.
So let's see. That's come on, Brant Steele, give us that alliance. Carl, you've been evicted
This is
4-3.
hateful.
It is revealed that the next twist of the season will be the neighbor's house. Didn't that have absolute?
Who's the neighbor?
It
Who's
meant
the neighbor?
Yeah, it's Quinn.
If it's not Macy, then
No, it's Quinn. It's got to be Quinn.
or Bradley.
Yeah, like Quinn or Bradley.
Or Abby.
Yeah, or Abby. All right, let's.
It's Bradley, Abby, and Mitchell.
All of a sudden, you have Jayla.
That'd be so fun.
Jayla coming up on the leaderboard a little bit with some more wins. How many do we have left? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people left in the game.
And now it's almost time for the triple.
This is the last week before the triple, which will be a surprise to the house guests until production ruins it by showing it on the screen behind Julie. All right, here we go.
Yeah, Josh, start rolling triple eviction on the
on the banner.
Our alliance check. Ashton, Anthony, Jayla on top of things. This alliance is this new? These aren't new. We've had these alliances.
No, these aren't new.
Yeah. Okay.
But Ashton is everywhere in the house, which isn't surprising at this point.
Who should be winning an HOH here other than Anthony? Because he's just got to keep winning at this point.
Steven needs to win something.
Jayla could.
Could and protect Anthony. That would be great for Anthony.
Lee
And for me.
needs to.
Yeah.
Lee needs to win an HOH.
Let's see what
No,
happens.
he doesn't.
Lee winning an HOH would put. Or let's see. Winning this HOH is Jayla and
Wow.
Anthony just won $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know what?
Anthony said,
He
I gotta
needs
stop
that.
paying for HOHs.
Yeah, he said no. He said I have a family. I need this at least this 10K.
I do not blame him. So Jayla wins HOH, so that's gonna, unless Jayla does something crazy. Yeah, that's very on brand for Dan Alt. He knows the trip is coming, so he's got to save his HOH. I hope to God you win that first HOH. All right. So Jayla wins HOH. So Ashton and Jayla or Ashton and Anthony, in theory, are safe, barring Jayla doing something crazy. Have nots, we don't really care. And let's see, what are our predictions then for Jayla's HOH?
She's gonna put up Lee,
probably Lee
and
Lee, Dan, Lee, and
Lee and-
Dina, Lee, and
Lee and Dina.
Lee and Dina.
Maybe even Lee and Lauren.
well, I think
Yeah.
that Lauren could be fine because of that last vote. Maybe Colin. Let's see. Yeah, I knew this was gonna like make Jayla be ready to get back in this game. All right, here. Let's see. Jayla nominates Dan and Lee.
Lee and Dan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is a good move. It builds her some trust with Ashton for sure.
So
This is a dogfight too.
Yeah, everyone's playing hard at this point. Even Steven. Lauren, Dina, and Ashton playing in the Power of Veto and winning the Power of Veto. This, I mean, if Dan is going to win a competition, this is it. It's time for him to go on his run.
Come on, Dan.
Power of Veto is Ashton.
Lee.
Power of Veto. Lee has won $10,000.
Not Lee playing for $10,000 when he wins the veto.
Is he David?
He literally pulled a David.
Hey, money is money.
That's true. Money is money.
Money is money. All right.
I'm gonna win, so
Ashton uses the Power of Veto on Dan, and Jayla names Colin as the replacement.
Do I smell a back door?
A back
Isn't
door.
Ashton, isn't she in that alliance with Dan? Is that a thing?
I
Let's
think so.
let's check. Let's check the status of the house.
Honestly, now may really be the time to go ahead and get Lee out. Colin may be a pawn.
Lee gained some popularity after a fight with Dina, who Dina I think is really not, after being a big threat early on. She always finds her way to the final two, but I don't know.
Is Dina the Kevin of this season? I would hate to put that on her, but
Yeah, she might be. So yeah, Ashton is in alliance with Dan, Dina, and Steven, but Steven has left the alliance because, he's playing such a great game that he's in a position to leave yet another alliance.
Yeah.
And that's it in terms of anything new. So we have, who do we have on the block? We have Colin and
Lee.
and Lee. So once
that's
again,
tough one.
so
I think
you have to think that,
here.
you have to think. I don't know. I think that Ashton and Anthony are going to want to get Lee out here, and if Ashton has any pull with these three, with Dina, Dan, and Steven, this could go with Lee.
well, and
So-
Dina and Lee just had a fight, so Dina will probably vote for him.
Quinn was just texting me, but not about this. Funny enough. All right, let's see. Colin or Anthony votes to evict Lee. Ashton votes to evict Colin.
Ashton,
Interesting.
moving girl.
I don't know.
He said it's time for you to go.
This is growth. Lee and Ashton may have made up. Dan votes to evict Colin. That makes sense. Dina votes to evict Lee. It's 2-2. Lauren votes to evict Colin. That's 2-3.
I think Colin's on.
This could be a tie. If we see Lee's face here, we have a tie. We have a tie. Steven votes to evict Lee.
Whoa.
3-3 is going to come down to Jayla. Right, Jayla?
What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do?
You gotta
She's gonna go with the girl.
You gotta think, but the girls voted split. You gotta think that she's gotta send home the person she just backdoored.
Backdoor. But
That's gotta be what happened.
Leaving Lee in is dangerous, but maybe even good for Jayla because, like,
But Colin could have been the pawn, and they
Let's
could have
see.
tried twisting this on Jayla.
I think if I'm Jayla, I'm thinking Lee's still number one target is Ashton. And if I can save him here, even though I just nominated, that's going to win me some favor. And if he wins
And
any
I can
power,
convince him not to go for me.
yep, I can convince him not to
But
go.
I didn't even vote for Lee.
That's true. But that
So
may
it's
not,
like,
may not be known. I mean, that
that's
may not.
true.
You may
That's
not be
true.
able.
Maybe
but
I was doing something
that's a good
crazy.
point. So maybe you guys are now just coming together to save Lee. It seems like Colin's going here, so let's see. Oh, Jayla votes to evict Lee.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Jayla.
Wow.
Bye, Lee.
I guess it's the unknown. It's like, yeah, we can try and build all this with Lee and blah 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 blah, but better safe than sorry. And she maybe on her own.
Definitely. Here's what happened. Colin was the pawn, and they tried to flip it because Jayla was like, "Let's take Lee out," and they tried to flip it, and then Jayla ended up being the tiebreaker.
Yeah, she said, "You're not gonna flip. You're not gonna flip this."
Yeah, good on Jayla, but that does draw a lot of attention to her.
All right, so now we're headed into the triple eviction. So they've just gotten off the high of this eviction, and now they're being turned around and going right to the backyard for HOH.
Who's a target here? Who's a target here at this triple?
Ashton and Anthony.
And Jayla now.
The fact that Anthony is still in this game after winning 3 HOHs in the
and $10,000
pre-jury. Yeah,
should be a threat, but all of a sudden she's just been a non-factor for a little bit. We know. All right, but he did not. So all right, here we go. They turn around. They go to the backyard for the HOH competition. The house status, we don't really care because they're running to the backyard. What could have changed? Here we go. Dan. Oh, Dan does it. Dan
needed this.
Shot.
He needed this.
He calls a shot. Now he's in that alliance that has Ashton, Dina, and Steven, I believe. So
He's going to prep Jayla
and Anthony.
Jayla and Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are the two targets here.
Yep.
Wow.
Jayla and Anthony.
Big move, Dan. Big move.
He puts
This is everything right now.
All right. The veto selections, Lauren, Steven, and Ashton playing. Ashton has no business winning this.
None.
Steven has no business winning this. And Lauren may have some business.
Probably, yeah. She's probably the replacement.
She would probably be the replacement. So let's see who wins it.
I don't want to win it. No.
But this is interesting.
Because if I don't use it, then I'm disappointing both of my.
Yeah, Ashton, you did not need to win this.
I know, shit.
Yeah, you should have just let them take someone out.
So unless you are in cahoots with Dan, I mean you are, but unless Dan knows that hey, you have a plan here. But if I know Dan, he's coming to you and begging you not to use it, threatening to put more people in your alliance up.
See, but the replacement is likely Lauren, and didn't they have like a little bit of a falling out? Like I'm sure that their time to have been repaired, but I think she'd probably rather lose Lauren than she'd rather lose Anthony. I have to
at least save one of them because they're both mine.
Yeah.
Try and take Lauren out since she was your final two and she bailed on you.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll probably use it on somebody.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Let's see.
I hope Jayla.
Use it on Anthony.
Okay.
Steven is the replacement. Okay.
Wow.
That is
wow.
I think Steven's a pawn.
Well, yeah, he's got to be. Steven's in that alliance with Dan and Ashton.
Got to be a pawn. Yeah. Jayla, it looks like she's going out.
Jayla is in some trouble here.
No.
Let's see if anything changes with the alliances in the scrambling in the house. Ashton, Steven bond. Lauren and Colin have a disagreement. Dina and Colin bond. Ashton loses popularity.
No, that's good though, right? I don't want to be popular.
Well, yeah. I don't know, Ashton. There's one more. This is the triple. So
that's true.
Back to back. All right. Anthony votes to Vic Steven. Ashton votes to Vic Steven. Dina votes to Vic Steven.
They really said
Colin votes to Vic Jayla. Lauren votes to Vic Steven. Steven is at his house. This is a safe vote. This is not. This
is them sending David or Kevin out.
This is a missed opportunity.
It was.
Yeah, for Dan, this is a misstep from Dan, but for everyone else, it's an easy vote.
But this is really good for me because I don't lose either of my top two alliance.
This is great for you. One of the three of you need this.
Need this HOH.
Need this HOH here. Julie comes on the board and says, "Hey, we're not done tonight.
I want Jayla to win this."
Steven, please Remember, you are leaving the Big Brother bubble. Please put your mask on. He comes on out. They have a conversation. Steven is confused. Steven is dumbfounded that this even happened.
Yeah, because he literally had no idea what was going on the entire game.
Except for his one alliance that included Dan, and now they've all wasted an opportunity. And we move on to the second part of the triple.
Jayla was the Nicole Franzel. Like, why not take out a former winner?
My gosh, this final 6 is really good, though.
So Dan is in trouble, though, because it's his HOH that was wasted, and everyone else wasted or capitalized on it for Dan. And so now that
Anthony or Jayla have to win for us.
There's not much room to hide here. Let's see what happens. Nothing's going to change in the house. Maybe let's just for fun. No, this is all kind of nonsense. And let's look at the alliances real quick. Of course, our 3. Maybe at some point, Ashton, did you leave this? Oh no, that's the
no. I was never in that one.
There's 7 people left. I thought there were 6 people left.
Alrighty, this is all the yada yada yada. Okay, how many? All right, here we go. Winning this HOH, back to the backyard, solving that puzzle is Colin.
Oh,
wow, that is not good for Anthony.
They have to take a shot. They have to take a shot here.
Yeah,
if you don't take a shot, you're really screwing yourself.
I think he puts up. Dan and Anthony, Dan, Anthony, or Ashton, or Jayla. Any of those 4 really is the move. Probably Dan, and probably I don't know.
And also because I voted for him. I didn't vote Lee out. I voted Colin out.
Yeah.
And we don't know if he knows that. And it showed in the he's putting me up because it said me and Colin have a medium dislike for each other.
Oh. This is going to be Ashton and Dan.
I'm definitely going up. I'm definitely going up. Yeah.
Wow. There's potentially Anthony backdoor here. Potentially
Dan. I don't know why I keep trying to get Dan out, but I just think they just flipped on his HOH.
This is it for me, unless I win.
Everyone's playing in the veto.
Not Anthony.
Not Anthony.
Oh no!
Perfect time to backdoor Anthony.
Yeah, it really is.
This is set up for Comp Beast Ashton, but Dan has started to go on his run and winning.
Look at Dan. Dan is being Nicole Franzel. Wait until week 9 to roll out of bed and win HOH.
Here we go, winning the power veto. Dan.
Wow.
But this could be good for you.
That could be good because we're in an alliance together. Wait, he could save me.
Yeah.
I think he's going to save you.
I think the Anthony backdoor is in effect.
Yeah, I think he's going to save you, and Anthony's got to go right on the block. Let's see what happens. The power veto is on Ashton, and Anthony is the replacement.
Wow.
And you got to take out Anthony here.
Yeah, you have to.
Not Jayla sitting on the block twice on triple eviction and potentially surviving.
Let's see if anything changes in the scrambling. Ashton and Dan bond. Obviously, she just saved her.
I think Dan is building a case right here in this triple eviction to potentially win the game.
Wow.
Dan, thanks for saving my sister. Here we go. Ashton votes to evict Anthony. Well, I guess you had to choose.
It's between Anthony or Jayla.
You had to choose. Dan votes to evict Jayla. Dina votes to evict Jayla. Lauren votes to evict Anthony. We have a tie. And Colin is going to decide between Anthony and Jayla. And how you don't take out Anthony here is beyond me.
If he takes out Anthony, he could win this game. If he takes out Jayla, then he's a stupid boy.
And wasn't he in a really similar position in BBH 9?
What? Maybe. Here we go. Colin, you have the vote, and you are evicting Jayla. What a waste. Anthony,
wow.
Congratulations on winning circumstances.
Whatever he did, oh my god.
Anthony and Dan going on comp wins to win it. It's making an Anthony and final 2.
Anthony's missed. I can't.
Yeah. All right. On to week 9. Ashton, you have the comp win lead now. You may have had it for a little while, but you have 5 wins. Anthony has 4. Dan's starting his run with 2. Jayla is out, but she had 3. I'll do the dumb decision. Yep, you will. All right. Let's see. House status doesn't matter. Alliances, maybe Ashton and Anthony are obviously still strong despite
Strong final two.
despite the fact that Ashton just evicted Anthony. I think Anthony has no choice. Ashton has Dan and Dina. Dan has pretty much the rest of the house. So Ashton's still sitting pretty.
I think Ashton evicting Anthony was a jury management move because I think she probably knew that Anthony was safe and that the tie would be broken that way. And I bet Ashton voted Anthony to try to get favor with Colin, but also to try to get Jayla's jury vote.
Hey, that makes sense. All right, winning this HOH. Who do we want to win HOH here?
I want Ashton to win it.
Yeah.
Ashton or Anthony.
Whose HOH is going to be the most confusing? That's going to be Dina.
Dina.
That would be scary.
That'd be a mess. Well, not for you, Ashton.
That's true. That's true.
Dina has obvious.
Well, then I don't want Lauren to win. That would probably be worse for me.
Want to win this HOH because Dina has.
She's in a good spot.
She has no one. She only has Anthony to target.
Yeah, actually, Lauren's would be the most detrimental to Ashton.
Yeah.
Lauren puts up Ashton and
I think
Anthony.
Dina is kind of in that third, she might be in that GOAT spot.
Yeah.
She might be in that GOAT spot. She might be there though.
Well, let's see what happens.
Victoria.
Winning the HOH. Ashton has won the head of household.
Wow.
Good job, Ashton. Now win the veto, not this veto, but the next veto.
There's no way she doesn't put up Lauren and Colin here.
Yeah, that would be.
Gotta be.
They're the only ones I'm not aligned with.
Yeah, that's true.
Go right to it. And but we also are at final what here? This is final 6.
Yeah, final 6. You gotta take the shot.
You gotta start making moves. So really the game's wide open in a lot of ways. Who knows what could have happened? But logic would say those two people, and she nominates Lauren and Colin.
Good.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But if one of them wins the veto, then who am I putting up?
Dina
most likely.
Am I, or do I go for a big move and take out Anthony?
I think he's.
I don't know.
Wow.
You have more competition wins than him now, so I
That's
think that
true.
you're okay to take him to the end. The big move, I think, is maybe Dan.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens in the veto.
All right, everyone's playing in the power of veto and winning. The power of veto is Lauren.
Wow.
But Dan has got to go up.
She had to
Yeah, I
win that
think-
one for herself.
So are you?
Taking
So
my shot.
are you putting up Dan or Anthony or a big move would?
It'd be Dan or Dina would make more sense than to put up Anthony, I think.
Right now, she's got to put up Dan. I think that's better for her.
All right, let's see what happens. But Dan did just save Ashton.
Exactly. So I'll probably put up Dina because that's the least
I think
strong
that's the
bond.
most logical. I think that's the most
Or
logical thing.
I can circle back to Anthony and say that is a big move. A lot of the house would like it. It would be the flashy move to the jury.
True.
But I don't know who's you're going to the end with at this point.
I'm legitimately stressed.
All right, here we go. Dina.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And you gotta think Colin's going out here.
You got to
Dina's
think.
Dina's pretty well insulated.
House status. See if any new alliances or anything.
Unless they think that she's clogging up a spot at the end.
Ashton and Anthony are super bonded. Lauren and Dina are fighting. Not great for Dina.
Not great.
So I could see this going either way. These two players have not had huge
We've got
imprints on
three votes, right?
If they don't take Colin out here after him having 2 HOHs in jury, that would be a
That's
big
true.
mistake.
Yeah, this has got to be. All right, let's see it. Here we go. Anthony votes to
Colin's
evict
out.
Dina. That could mean. It might be a tie again. If Ashton votes to evict Dina with
I'm
Anthony,
HOH. I can't vote.
Oh, you're not voting.
There's
That's
only-
it. Sorry. You're right. That does it. 2-1. Colin goes home here. That makes sense. Bigger threat on the board between the two of them.
Definitely. Still a good get too.
Yep.
For her game, for her game, for Anthony's game, for Dan's game.
But now,
a good boot.
But now Ashton is vulnerable here at the final
She
5.
needs
because
Anthony
if
to
Dina
win.
or Lauren win, they'll put
Dina
me
or
up.
Lauren when you're in trouble, but you need Dan or Anthony
Yep.
to come through for you, or you can come through for yourself with the veto. But let's see what happens. House status. Let's see if there's any interesting relationships. This is a final 2. This is basically Ashton's other final 2. Ashton feels a bond toward Lauren. I don't know if Lauren feels a bond towards Ashton. So Yeah, those are, I think, the notable things. Ashton and Dina feel medium dislike towards one another. You just put her on the block.
That makes sense.
All right. I think this would be HOH, right? Winning HOH
So we
is.
really don't want it to be Dina. Oh crap! I'm going up.
Finally
Vito.
said, final 5, time to wake up.
Yeah.
Now I'm going home.
This is Dina. All right. But, yeah, you're the biggest threat. You're going on the block. It's you and Anthony, right?
You and Anthony.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to win the veto or I'm out.
Everyone's
If
playing in the
Dan
power
wins,
veto.
if Dan wins, he could save you.
He could
That's
save
true.
you.
And they would, and then they could save Anthony if they wanted
It would
to.
be an auto nomination of Lauren at that point. Winning the
I love
power
the
veto.
final 5.
Winning the power veto is Dina.
Oh no!
Come
Oh,
through with a late
where were
surge.
you, girl?
No.
When-
Through with a late, with a
was beating
late
Thomas.
surge.
Dina takes all the power here. Now,
Playing so well.
Now,
Ju-
I will say this is actually weird that this is the Big Brother 22 simulation because the same thing happened in Big Brother 22. Like week 5, the person Nicole won both of them, and that was the only thing she won all season.
right. So, taking out
But-
each of them is pretty equal. Unfortunately, they're on the block together. Unless
Well,
Dina does something wild here.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I have a good relationship with Dan, and I feel a bond towards Lauren, so I might be
able to
okay.
pull this off. You might.
It could be a tie too.
If it's a tie, I'm going home
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Dina
yeah.
and I don't
It's
like
2
each other.
votes. Yeah, you need both the votes. But let's see if Dina does something wild here. I
Maybe
doubt
she
it.
says, let's save the women. Maybe she says,
Yeah, and she does not use the power veto.
No.
Okay.
no, she didn't say that.
Let's
Come
see if
on, I need my social game to.
Well, Dan and Lauren have a minor disagreement. That's
Oh
not good.
no, that's not
not
good.
Wait.
And Ashton leaves the alliance with Dan and Dina.
Okay.
No!
That was a terrible decision.
Why would I do that?
That was a bad idea, Ashton. Bad idea.
I'm out. I'm out.
This does not look good.
To be fair, I think Ashton had no
close.
choice.
We're gonna see it right off. It's gonna be right.
Maybe
in
they
front of our-
maybe they just told you.
It's a tie.
It's a
Maybe
tie.
they told you
Dina
that they were
sent it
voting you
out.
out. Maybe they told
Unless-
you they were going to vote you out. Maybe that's, you know what I mean? Maybe they
But
just
who's
said
the
that you
bigger
were like,
threat here? Who's the bigger threat, Anthony or Ashton?
both of them. Both of them.
Honestly,
Wow.
Ashton, because at least Anthony is dislikable because of all the women.
But Dina could realistically look at Anthony's track record and say, I am a woman, specifically a woman of color. And if Anthony wins another HOH,
I am
then
done.
I will be targeted.
All right.
Maybe I tried
Let's
to make
see.
a deal with her.
I'm
This is like Ashton's first time on the block, I think.
all right. Let's see
So
what
stressed.
Dina decides. Anthony, she votes on Anthony. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Unbelievable!
Sorry, Seaver.
Wow!
Oh my
Dina.
gosh.
Dead.
Fix Anthony. That is what a power week for Dina.
He
Holy
literally
cow.
said, this was my decision. This is my week.
Dina,
Wow.
What would Dina do?
All right, look at this final four. We have
Gosh.
Ashton, Dan, Dina, and Lauren. Sign me up for the season that gets me this final four.
The representation across the seasons. Wow, we just love to see this.
So what the hierarchy in terms of threat level right now? Ashton is the number one threat.
Maybe
Follow
Dan.
recency
Dan-
bias is real, and Dina just made a huge move. Lauren is maybe the least threat at the moment, and Dina and Dan are right there in the middle.
Who has the most friends on the jury? I would imagine that Lauren may have the most. friends.
Ashton has at least Steven and Jayla,
and Anthony.
and Anthony. That's three. Yeah, that is a great fitting Anthony story. All right, let's see the status of the house. See alliances, pretty much everyone but Ashton.
Ooh.
See if Ashton has bonded. Yeah, Dan and Ashton have a mutual, unbreakable relationship.
Breakable.
You still have a bond with Lauren. Yada yada yada. Okay.
Oh,
But
Lauren doesn't
Lauren
like
has a feel dislike with Ashton. Interesting. Well, she did just try to evict you. So, Ashton, you've pretty much your path to this win is winning 2
You gotta
HOH.
win out, girl.
But this
Hey,
is the spot.
I just sent Dan the StreamYard link to see if he would come
Oh
on.
yeah,
here.
I would love for Dan to come on in. Let's. I'll wait a second to see for this final HOH or this final 4 HOH.
The Final Four is huge.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 2 competitions have 2 spots in the final 3 for you.
I love Mitchell Hammond so much.
I know. Yeah, you've been invited on RHAP a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Do you think I'm hated on Twitter this season, or do you think they like me?
I don't know.
They like you.
I think they stand.
I think you're getting stand. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I need.
Is Dan coming? Do we know?
He hasn't responded to me.
Wait, I need some water. Don't hit
Yeah.
proceed.
All right, quick break. I'm gonna pee real quick.
It's
Oh
a
my
mess.
gosh,
It's a mess.
we're leaving our viewers hanging.
No, you guys vamp. You guys stay on.
Gray, let's talk about this. Who's the fan favorite?
Fan favorite of this season?
You gotta think it's potentially Jayla.
Potentially, I do think that Ashton does
Yeah,
have
Ashton.
probably quite the following. Like she could be in that position, like Tyler, where like she's playing a strong game to the end, and also like the fans all like her.
You gotta think that the people were living for CLC on Twitter, like him leaving every single like alliance.
Yeah, I do think that it's probably between Ashton, CLC, probably between Ashton and CLC actually.
Yeah, that would
For
probably
what?
count.
For fan favorite.
For fan favorite.
Oh.
Here, you have a Ashton. I have sent some rude tweets, but at this point in the season, I've become a hardcore stan.
Thanks, Mitch.
Macy Love has just completely ignored everything that Anthony did and said Anthony for fan favorite.
Macy Love is sitting at home like Janelle was, and just like selling houses and making millions, and just like commenting on Twitter like while this is all happening. It's her.
Oh, I just heard the beep. Dan is here. Someone let him in. I heard the beep.
I got it.
Macy and Mitchell are the Janelle and Kaser. There he is.
Dan, talk us through your game. Welcome to your second deep dive.
Wow, this is great. This is great. I'm so glad to be here. Ashton, I'm aligned. We are going to the end.
Unbreakable
I messed my
bond.
phone.
I want this final 2 to happen.
I know. I want it to. Win.
I would love it.
I want it to happen too.
Going into this
Stop.
season, I didn't want to work with my BBH 11 fakes, so I'm glad it's new school, old school, right into the end.
Love it.
All right, let's see who wins this critical
God.
head of household. It is Ashton Consalvo. You are the head of household.
So Dan is going to be safe. Well, I mean, she's not going to put Dan up initially.
Yeah, Dan. Logic would tell us that Dina and Lauren go on the block here. Let's see. Oh, nope.
Betrayal.
What the heck?
This might be just a posturing
matter.
move. Just a posturing move.
Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't
absolutely
Rude.
nothing. We apparently have a luxury competition at the Final Four that Ashton just won $10,000. All right, and
your salary. Congrats.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Everyone plays in the power of veto, and winning the power of veto is Dina. Oh, so Dina has the vote
Oh,
here, but Dina and
no.
Dan have a thing a little bit. So you would think,
Yeah.
Let's
You
look at
gotta
this.
think.
So sorry, Dina used power of veto on herself. Lauren is the replacement nominee. Let's see if anything changes in the House that would lead us to what Dina might do. Dan and Lauren have a major fight.
Ooh.
Dan and Dina have something in common.
Okay, that's good.
What do they find in common?
Voting for me to stay.
Yeah.
Dan and Dina have kind of been in an alliance this whole game together.
Oh, but
Maybe
it looks
she
like
needs a differentiator
look,
game
this.
right
I think we know what's going to happen. Lauren leaves the alliance with Dan and Dina.
Yeah, Dina
So-
told Lauren what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like. The final 2 is back.
Ashton's just playing jury management at this point.
Yep. She said, "I want that jury vote."
All right, proceeding to the eviction.
I'm scared for Dan.
Dina evicts Lauren.
Lauren,
Oh, thanks
wow.
God, Dan.
Okay.
Gosh, Lauren coming up just short again.
Just short.
Honestly, this
Great
is like
game.
one of those moments you see someone's arc just completely circle back to the same exact thing, and you're just
Yeah.
devastated to see it happen again.
but she just did not
Honestly,
quite.
sure.
She just had some missteps along the way. Ditching Ashton early on and trying to repair at the last minute is not the move. She didn't really win anything, but she a respectable showing. Fourth place is nothing to
Now, this final HOH is crucial because even though Ashton and Dan are like Nicole and Cody right now, one of them's going to get cut at the end, I think.
They are not like Nicole and Cody. They I feel like halfway through this last game.
This is the Big Brother 22 simulation, so it's going to make them cut someone at the end.
Oh no.
All right, let's see. The final HOH. I don't know what we're about to see, but here we go. Here's everyone. Dina, Dan, and Ashton. What a final three.
Really?
Representing three different, pieces of Big Brother hometowns from the start to the end. The end to the now. All right.
Spoiler.
Can I get past the number 3 spot?
Yeah, this is really great for you.
Can you win a final HOH competition? That is the question. The alliances don't matter.
They don't even matter.
Dan
Really.
and Dina have created a new alliance. They probably realize that Ashton is the one to beat at this
I
point.
thought me and Dan were unbreakable.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean you're.
Dan's just trying to get someone to take him to the end.
Dan and Ashton
Would be the
still
first
are
time.
unbreakable. Or Ashton feels unbreakable towards Dan. Dan feels unbreakable towards Ashton.
Okay.
Dan and Dina have a strong bond. Dina feels medium dislike towards Ashton. Ashton feels medium dislike towards Dina. All right,
Dan-
final HOH.
So Dan is in a good spot.
Dan's in a great spot. Part 1, final HOH part 1. Ashton is going to part 3. Have you been studying, Ashton? Are you ready? Have you been studying your stuff? Ashton wins part 1.
Dina just jumped in the chat. She said, "What is happening?"
Dina, you have made the
Dina,
final.
you're in
Dina,
the final.
Dina, do you want to come on the stream because
I'm sending her the link.
get the whole final 3 here on the stream? You have made the final 3 with Ashton Consalvo, my sister, and Dan Alt, our friend, who you also know.
I just sent her the link.
Great. We'll wait to see if Dina wants to come on. She knows nothing about her story up to this point. That is okay.
He said, "I'm heading to bed, but this is hilarious."
Okay. Watch out with us, and let's see. Moving on to part 2. This is Dan versus Dina.
Josh, check this comment from Jason, just so
When you get
know.
to the final votes, be careful. It shows who won before the votes. Okay, good to know. All right.
Josh, just cut the screen share when we
There we
get to final votes.
Yep. Okay, winning part 2 is Dina.
No.
Once again, Dan cannot win part 1 or part 2.
Okay, but Dan is
has
in an
repeated
amazing
itself.
place. He's in an amazing place.
That's what we said last time,
the
Greg.
no for me.
Well,
That's true. Dan is in a good place because either one of us that wins will take Dan.
Probably.
Right.
And if this is like, I'm gonna lose.
I just want to see the confessionals that I'm giving, where I just blew it again.
Oh, Seaver thought I was crying.
I feel diary room where Dan is just like,
All right, winning part 3.
Dan.
We've fight. Hold on one second. One moment. Okay, the finale is starting. 26 days ago, 18 brand new, eager players entered the BBH. Sorry.
Go away. I'm done with you.
he's had that queued up for so long.
Oh no, contact lens falling out of my eyeball. Don't.
Oh,
Okay, it's
God.
back. Okay, we're good. All right, winning part 3. And with the final vote to
I'm about
evict
to go home.
is Dina has won the final head of household.
Oh, Ash.
Yeah, you know what you need to do
Ashton.
here.
Is Dina
I'm
about
done.
to win?
Dina might win this game, which would surprise absolutely no one.
Yeah, Dina making it to the final 2 and winning. Dina
I was
making
definitely
it to the final
voting
2
me out.
period.
Let's look at the house events. If anything changes,
Definitely.
Dina and Dan find something in common.
Yeah.
Ashton and Dan find something in common. Ashton loses popularity.
I'm out.
And-
oh, no.
And Dina evicts Ashton
Wow.
at the doorstep. Final 3. Ashton played such a great game. I mean, you made yourself a little bit of a threat. But now Dan versus Dina.
Dan has made the final 2.
Final 2.
Wow, this is incredible. I'm just
You've
so
got
thankful.
to believe that Ashton on the way out the door is like feeling good about voting for Dan.
Dan.
Probably.
All I gotta say is
That's-
Ashton for third chances.
Yeah. Ashton for 3rd. Okay, I'm gonna.
Is this gonna be canon?
Yeah, this is going on the wiki.
Like, is the winner of this going to be in Winners at War?
Max, have you been working on the voting chart?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna. I may be spoiled before everyone else, but I'm gonna try and do it in a way that gives us the most suspense. So, okay, so it just shows me the final three or final two, Dina and Dan. The jury questions. Okay, let's see what the jury questions. The final two give opening statements to the jury. The jury questions the final two, decide their vote for a winner. All right, I'm gonna proceed to the winner. Oh, you were very wrong, Jason. It does not do the thing you said it did.
Perfect.
But I'll just read them off. Chris has voted. I wish I had my keys. I don't. For Dan to win. Carl Landon Clark has voted for Dan.
Carl and the Daddies, let's go.
Carl
and his daddy.
Lee Farrell has voted for Dan.
Wow.
Jayla Jones has voted for Dina.
That makes sense.
Colin has voted for Dina.
Tina.
Dina said, I know nothing except that I definitely deserve to win.
She's right.
Steven has voted for Dan Alt.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dan's going to get Ashton's vote and win.
Yeah. It's a jury of 9, right?
Where is Ashton's? They didn't show Ashton's vote.
She's lost.
Anthony.
Oh, yeah, I get the live vote.
Anthony has voted for the winner of Big Brother Homegrown Second Chances, Dan Alt.
Dina could have been there.
What's the final vote count?
It says the final. Well, let's see. I wonder if it's going to show us Ashton's vote.
Just proceed. It'll probably show you all the
Yeah, I
votes.
would have voted for you. Right?
Ashton voted
For Dan.
for Dan.
The
Lauren voted for
7-2.
Dan. So 7-2. Dan has won. All right, let's proceed to. I believe the next thing is America's favorite.
I hope I win.
America's
I think
favorite
Ashton wins.
Give it a
is
CLC.
Lee Farrell.
There.
Oh, no, Ashton's enemy.
America has questionable taste.
America! America must hate me then.
Wow. Let's look at the comp wins. So Ashton had 3 and 4. Yeah. It's a good showing from Ashton.
She really would have won. She was the Rob goddess.
Yep.
If she had won that final HOH, she
I would have had it.
Let's see. The roll. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Oh, this is just the placements. Other statistics. Ashton with 7 challenge wins, almost tying Dan's record with 8. Oh man.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say.
No. Weekly popularity. Oh gosh. This is so ridiculous.
Go to most strategic. Mitchell says it's other statistics.
I'm in other statistics. Remove the thing from the screen. Remove Mitchell's comment.
Sorry.
So we can see. I don't know what any of this means.
You have to click on other statistics. You're on weekly popularity.
Other statistics. That's what I'm on. I just have this. This is all we have. We do have a voting chart.
Send it to Max.
Yeah, I've got to hold on to this.
yeah, print that out.
So Dan, wow.
Dan,
What a story for you.
Yeah,
Back seasons.
You get your name in the hat too for the
Oh,
long
wow.
sleeve tee.
This is big.
You get your name in the hat for
$4 value.
Yeah.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be picked. Honored to play with such a high caliber of players.
Oh, who won the draft? I did, right? I took Dan.
You took me.
Yeah.
Didn't pick me as your winner pick.
I didn't. I took Ashton.
Wrote that down. I wrote that down.
But I did take Ashton and had you on my team. So that's a pretty successful draft for me. All right, this has been 2.5 hours or so. I'm going to stop the broadcast. Thank you all for watching. Buy things on Teespring.
This was fun.
review party.
We're definitely doing Survivor Heroes versus Villains with BBH players.
Yeah, we'll do
like,
this
in the
again.
near future.
There's a lot of
This has
fun.
been a blast. This has been
Applications for season 12 are coming out this Friday.